Hey, yo, good morning, you fuckers. Did I hit record? I did. All right. My wife said, I know, boo. My wife said I've been swearing at you guys too much. She could be right. It's possible. But, oh my God, you guys are on thin ice, though, okay? I'll be nice today, but I'm going to let you know. You guys are on thin, bomba clot ice. Test me, and I will leave you here with your boring ass, fake ass. You understand me? And that's all you'll have. So test me. What's up, Gray, Yogi? How we doing?
Man,
Uh,
chilling.
bullish today,
Man,
bro.
Oh,
what
yes.
do we do, Alpha? Why are we on thin ice?
What should you do? Tweet out the
I
room.
already said,
You know what I'm saying? Uh,
no,
we got all types of
I
possibilities.
said, what did we do? Why are we on thin ice?
What? Are you serious? You're asking me what you did,
Well, yeah, because you said we on thin ice. I'm like,
bro?
what the fuck?
You guys are worse than my kids. Um, listen, Binance is on some bullshit right now. I hope everybody sees what I'm seeing.
I don't fuck with it.
Bro, they're dropping some shit like they passed some regulatory hurdle in Japan. They are grasping at straws, bro. I hope everybody sees what's going on here. Cause like it's all about that outward projection. Like they're trying so hard with appearances. And it's so easy because nobody fucking understands this stuff. Like Sam could literally make the mainstream media still think he's a good guy all the way up until now because they don't understand how this stuff works. These guys are slimy shitbags. I'm telling you. There's a lot of slimy shitbags around here. Am I allowed to say that? I can say that.
Hey, I posted a little post top that I made last night. Uh, what y'all think about that? I like it. I think that'd be a great idea for the DeFi wallet.
Yogi, no one knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, look, I just threw it in the jumbotron.
Oh. How about a contact feature on the DeFi one?
There's a
What do you
problem.
mean?
There's a problem with that, Yogi. You're asking Crypto.com to add a feature to the DeFi wallet. They don't build or own the DeFi wallet.
I couldn't find who messes with the DeFi wallet,
It's
but
Kronos.
the support contacted me though. But they
It's
contacted
who?
from the
Chronos.
site.
What'd you say, troops? It's Chronos?
Yeah, Kronos built the DeFi wallet.
So Ken. So you tweet at Ken and not Chris.
Probably. Or yeah, probably is not.
Is that what you're saying?
I don't think I have Ken.
Ken Tismet. That's his Twitter handle. KenTismet. CEO of Chronos.
To save wallets of our friends. Okay,
Good guy.
gotcha. Yeah.
I had to update my DeFi wallet this morning, and I'm having a lot of trouble.
Oh God.
Yeah, because my iPhone updated itself last night, and now all my security features are whacked. And it's trying to tell me I don't have the password to my iCloud keychain.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait. This is bad, right? This is bad, but I have good news. The good news is somehow my Coinbase wallet passphrase was saved in the iCloud keychain. I don't know how. I don't like it,
See,
but I do like the fact that they have it because that might be why I didn't write it down on paper. Is because when I made my Coinbase wallet, it saved it to the iCloud. That's a fucking whack feature, by the way.
it's kind of crazy.
You know what I mean? Like they got me because I did Coinbase wallet before I got into DeFi,
Yeah.
which is I get it. That's an oxymoron, but like you know what I'm saying. I didn't know it was DeFi when I did it.
Right.
And I took the easiest option, which is save my seed phrase to iCloud. You know. but I really hope nobody is doing that because that is not the word. Now, Apple's your daddy. Now Tim Apple is your daddy. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. Look at Elon and Tim Apple going at it this week, bro. It's all about ego. Look at all this shit that we're going through. Like, you boil it down, and it's two guys and their fucking egos.
And a lot of money, right?
And a lot of money. Briar, what's up, bro?
Good morning. I just
We'll get into the lion news. I see all the fucking lions in here. We'll talk about it. Jesus.
I had a similar issue this week. I upgraded to the iPhone 14, and during the transfer of data, my iPhone SE second gen just completely shut down, won't turn back on. Like, has the Apple logo. So thank God, like, I wrote down all my seed phrases after. But when I imported my MetaMask, it also imported the 10 other wallets that I created on top of it. So I was wondering how that whole thing would work. So what's the point of importing another wallet? If one gets compromised, all of them can get compromised, correct?
Yeah. And
so
I really don't like it. Coinbase wallet, when I signed in with the iCloud seed phrase, it Jimmy, no fucking way, bro. It made it pulled like a Reddit on me, and it was like, hey, now you have a wallet from Unstoppable Domains with your, it had my whatever I made as my handle on Coinbase. It's like fucking Bulldog MV.
and
it made a fucking Unstoppable Domain wallet, and I didn't ask for that.
So Ethereum, when you sign in, if you have a verified wallet, it allows you to create an API for free that could be attached to like a dApp in the future, which is kind of like an unstoppable domain, right? So it allows you to create free Ethereum APIs. So I did Bank of America, Home Depot.
This guy.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why not? Right?
Shooting from the hip.
Yeah, that's all.
Disney.
It's on the blockchain. It's on blockchain. It's mine. I thought of it first.
I mean, you got to stick your flags in the ground. You got to keep a backpack full of them. Yogi, what's up, dude?
I want to touch on what Briar said. Yes. I just recently learned, Briar, that if you want a true burner wallet, you need to delete MetaMask and create a new wallet and then import your old wallet to where they'll have separate private keys. Because if you just click on the arrow and create another wallet, add an account, it just keeps it all in the same key and same seed phrase pretty much.
Oh, thank you, brother. Hey, I appreciate that.
Recently learned that. So if you want
That's what we're here for, to teach each other these little tricks that we pick up along the way. And it's changing so fast. Everything's changing so fast. I mean, Lions dropped some real mainnet news today. Maybe some people didn't hear it yet. This just in from crypto.com. Don't let them be your daddy. Lions get first dibs on land, just like we wanted. Lions and Cubs. Texas is doing a deep dive right now. He'll give us all the details. Did anybody read the fullsy? Ellis? What do we got?
Hey Alpha, before we get into that, oh my God.
Yeah, fuck them Lions. What's up, Drew?
I don't know if you saw any of my tweets this morning. Yeah, but so I did my usual, right? So often in the morning, I'll be getting on with my work here. Obviously, I start well before all you guys. And my real work was a bit slow, so it was awesome. I got to do a bunch of troop stuff, and I'm listening to yesterday's Coffee and Cro in the background, as I often do. And usually I'm just kind of listening. You guys talk about your tokens and all the crazy shit that you do, and I'm just kind of listening in the background, and it's fine, whatever. But yesterday's Coffee and Cro, man, I mean, I had to go back actually and take a whole bunch of notes because like every topic that was covered, everything that was said, I was like, Well, initially, my first reaction to it was like, I disagree with everything that's been saying. And I was like, am I just some sort of old boomer, grumpy Scottish guy? But then towards the end, people were coming in and actually saying, like, supporting stuff. And it was just a roller coaster, is what I'm trying to say. Yesterday's Coffee and Cro was a roller coaster
It's
of
a roller
emotions.
coaster. Yeah, yesterday was special.
And then
We had
back was
sometimes I
just,
get people up here that are just throwing curveballs, man, just like saying some wild ass shit,
the
all
overarching
nonchalant.
the kind of overarching kind of sentiment that I took from it was that it felt like we hadn't learned a lot over the past year, and that's the thing that was making me the most frustrated. Was like we should have learned. We shouldn't be making the same mistakes. We shouldn't be like I don't even know where to start. Actually, really funny because I heard you saying like no fucking way to Jimmy there. Like the first 5 minutes was Jimmy, and actually I was listening to Jimmy that first 5 minutes. Going, fuck, this guy, as always with Jimmy, right? This guy knows so much. Like this guy is clearly a smart cookie. He's fucking whack, but he knows something. And so that was really interesting. But then, then he obviously he pushes the boundaries, then he gets pumped, and that's the end of Jimmy. So that was like the first 5 minutes. And then we just kind of went through a whole bunch of other stuff. We talked about like these projects that nobody knows about, this whole other group of people. We were talking about devs who like oh yeah, important point that I think I can't remember the dude's name. It was the guy who's involved with the spoons or whatever. It seemed like a really nice dude, doing the whole kind of like I was in a project, it rugged, now I'm trying to save it, which is cool. We can vibe with that. It's a similar sort of
Dojalon Spoon, yeah,
similar
that's the
sort
guy.
of trooper story. But the thing that I think he kept missing, and I think a lot of people miss, and somebody did, I think it was Greyway when he came up, and I'll come to that in a second because he was brilliant on a completely different topic. But this guy was saying how he's invested in projects where he knows the founders, where the founders are doxed, where the founders are this. Great. That's not what people should be looking at. You need to be looking at the devs. Because a founder could be the most doxed guy in the world, but if he's using a Fiverr dev who nobody knows who the fuck he is, and there's a certain group of projects, some of which they were talking about, 4 or 5 projects, all using the same dev who we know has a history of backdooring contracts. Like, what the fuck are you caring about the founder for? You should be caring about the dev because he's the one that's going to fuck you, not the founder. And I'm thinking, why have we not learned this stuff? And it was one of those things when I was listening back, it was like, I had so much to say. We were listening to a recording, so I'm like screaming at
Yo,
my phone.
I'm loving this. I can't tell you how much that really makes me happy because I listen back, and I didn't listen back yesterday. I was actually overwhelmed after yesterday's show.
There was a lot, right? But the guys were great. Like nothing did.
Yeah.
Like he sounded so good. Like I'm actually going to reach out to him because I think he's clearly his heart and mind's in the right place, doing a lot of good stuff. But there's other people here. We look at some of these projects, and this is not. I'm not trying to blow smoke up my ass or anything like that, right? But go to the people who have been here and learned all the hard lessons, made all the mistakes. Not just me. There's a whole bunch of them down there listening right now. Wavies, Lowe's, anybody. You come and talk to the people who have been here and made all the mistakes, and they could probably help you avoid some mistakes that you might find yourself in. Just do that, and it makes it a hell of a lot
Oh, they
easier.
definitely can. They definitely can. And that's why we try to, cultivate an atmosphere in here where everybody feels comfortable to hit the mic button because it's the communication that's the most important thing. And it's available to everybody. Like it blew me away when I first got on Twitter Spaces a year ago. And I was like, wait a second. I can just go up here and talk to,
It is a
to
safe
these
space,
guys?
right? And then we went all the way through like the lazy horse stuff, which I was like thinking like poor. I can't remember the guy's
Yes,
name.
Crolin. Sorry. Yes, Crolin. I
There the whole
blocked those fuckers because you cannot promote your bullshit coin under my space. This is my fucking space. I told them yesterday, stop playing around with me. Fuck around and
what
find
was
out.
that?
They found
Is
out.
that crow? What's it called? Troll coin thing?
Troll coin, bro. Don't push my buttons.
Well, again, it's frustrating. Again, come on, like Kroll and all these guys got a lot of time for. We have a laugh with them, but and whether the project is or not, I've got no idea. I don't know the download. I don't know anything about it. But if that project, who just apparently sold out like 5,555 NFTs and did all that, come forward and just talk all that. I've always hated.
37 holders. Really good. Really, really good
Exactly,
stuff.
exactly.
Really proud of everybody here.
It's nonsense, right? And this goes back to the other part that this guy was talking about, the spoons dude. And I was thinking, right, it's fine. Don't come in a space and be like, we sold out. But you know what? And again, I'm not trying to have a dig at anybody, but if you're coming in and saying, guess what? We sold out a 1200 PFP project that was 30 Cro. Well, that's like a few $1,000s. I go buy the whole collection tomorrow if you want. Any of us
And
could.
I'm
Or
guilty of the
you,
same thing. You know what I mean? Like our
you just have
website
to
says
adjust
2 sold out collections, right? And it's like the
that.
first one was 42 NFTs and the second one was 420. But like at the same time, we are proud of that,
Well,
because
and you
we
should
knew
be,
what
right?
the
But the thing
market
is that,
was.
yeah, my point that I'm trying to make is that I think we're devaluing Kronos by like doing lots of these like massive what we're doing right now is either these huge collections for 10 Cro, or we're doing these small collections for 10 Cro. If you've got these massive collections of NFT, all these NFTs, what are you going to do with them longer term? How are you going to manage it? And again, this is from learning from our own mistakes with troopers and having lots of collections, lots of NFTs you've got to manage. How does that all work? How do you maintain it all? You know, it might seem all really good now, but we're low value. I think we're devaluing the chain. Yeah, it might be great that you might
I'm
sell
with
out.
you 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
And I'm here every single day telling it to these fuckers straight, And that's why I'm
just to
saying,
wrap up
like, don't test me.
my final two, yeah, and wrap up my final 2 points on yesterday's space because I said so much because there was so much
No, I
info
know you
into
wrote
it.
it all down. I'm sorry.
The lazy horse stuff was like I was furious about that, but thankfully, and I feel sorry for the dude who runs the Gophers, who's clearly in deep and doing all that. He seems like a nice dude too. But Greyway came in, set the record straight for everybody. I don't think I need to say too much more on that. Like, do not let these guys, Chad and whoever the fuck the other guys, Kevin, get away with any more of this bullshit. Just put a pin in it, stop it, walk away, cut your losses, and forget about that shit. Simple as that. Period. And he's got all the evidence you could ever want to, and I'm sorry if you're holding the bags. I'm sorry if you feel bad for it, but that's just happened, and that's the way it is. And then I guess Bat comes in right at the very end. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings the other day. Back, we are friends. I was just telling you what I believe the sentiment in some of
Here
the
he
community
comes.
is.
Here he comes.
Like I, uh, I was just trying to give some, as I always do, like the sentiment that I feel from part of the community towards Bach and what he's done in the past. And I guess he's working hard to try and get past that. But I still believe that it's him doing all the voice changer jiggery pokery.
And you are entitled to your opinion, my friend.
Yeah.
We are here. We are here to get to the bottom of everything. And
Great space, though. It was a great space, even though it was
yeah,
closed. Oh my god.
I recommend everybody listens back to these spaces. I know when you hear me say it, you guys hear me trying to get my numbers up. That is not what's going on. I really think that you should listen back to the space. Like I listen back. I miss shit
And the
all the
nice thing is you
time.
can skip it. Like you can use like the +30 or whatever. You can zip, 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 and then kind of see somebody talking, and be like, oh, I might want to hear what they're
Oh
saying.
my god, Adam and Wavy, you guys are gonna end up like fucking troll coin in a second. Try me. Briar. Sorry, babe. Sorry, boo. Sorry. I'm way out of line. I'm way out.
Hey,
Briar.
is this too much of a bear market to do a DGen play today?
No, give it to me, man.
Oh, all right. So, like, the fifth largest porn site in the world is doing an NFT collection. It's called X Hamster.
Whoa.
Yeah, man. Check out the Discord. Use my link. I'm trying to get on the whitelist. It's
I
on
should have
E.
seen that
Fucking
coming.
fall for it. Every goddamn NFT porn, any fucking porn crypto thing has failed. Every fucking one of them.
Well, I haven't seen
You up,
one,
bro?
so
Sorry,
this is
Natalie.
my DGen play. I said DGen play. I didn't say
No,
that
like
it's
literally every fucking one of them has failed, from Pog to Porn Star to fucking Cummies, Cum Rocket, Nafty.
yeah, but
The
that's not
list
like a
goes on
Cum
and
Rocket
on,
Pornhub
bro.
or an
was
X video.
Cum Rocket was famous. What
This is,
was that all about? We don't have to talk about it. Sorry, I even asked.
I'm not sure we want to go down this path, other than I think Viking
Yeah.
is right.
No.
In my experience, they have all failed. Not that I've got a huge, but I do remember ETH last year. There was a whole bunch of them. They've all been pretty poor. But once again, if you're really, and I know you guys love a bit of the DGen play, it's not my vibe.
Yeah,
But
you guys
like
go
Brian
ahead and do
said,
those. Yeah, go ahead and do that DGen play, because you're talking about a market that most definitely is never going to allow their shit to come to Web3, bro. That market is fucking controlled.
yeah. Well, that market also like paves the way for all technologies. So you're
One,
talking high res, you're talking
It's
Blu-ray,
true.
you're
It's
talking
actually
game
there's a
consoles.
lot
that's
of
true, huh? Wow.
yeah, there's a lot of studies in software development, and which
Probably
actually
going all the way back from photographs to video to
No,
home video.
you're most definitely right. That industry does have the most and best innovations because they always have to have the best and fastest innovations when it comes to web security, firewalls, how to keep people's shit safe. And in all reality, those are some of the cleanest websites you'll ever go to when it comes to viruses or not getting attacked because they don't want people getting viruses on those websites. They want you to come back to it. In other NFT news, here's a DGen play for you. MFers 1 year anniversary, and they're going on DraftKings this week. DraftKings has a couple contests this week for MFers. There's a couple for Doodles and a couple other NFT collections. I think Loaded Lions are on there as well. Loaded or Lazy Lions?
Must be lazy, right?
Yeah, it has to be Lazy Lions. So yeah, there's definitely
But
some
loaded lions aren't letting this whole 1 year anniversary vibe get away from them.
no,
Everybody, yeah, like we've got to remember a year ago was Pico NFT season. So a lot of really hot NFT projects are playing that 1 year anniversary vibe. Loaded Lions dropped some big news this morning. Or how big was it really? Is that big?
No, it's not really that big. It's kind of
Yeah.
like the other side's news and this and that. And when you start running the metrics on the other side would have to come out with $1 billion influx into that fucking ecosystem a year in order for their staking and everything to work out the way they want to. So they would have to literally have $1 billion coming in and being spent on that platform a year. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
That makes sense. What's been really spicy recently has been this fight between Elon and Apple, or Twitter and the
It
App
is,
Store.
it is, and it isn't. Okay, what we're seeing here happening, and I'm just gonna lay it out here, bro, because there's a lot of fucking retard liberals on here right now that are going with the narrative. Um, our information is gate kept without a doubt. We talk about gatekeepers all across fucking crypto. Information and media is gate kept. There are certain things that the powers that be do not want you fucking knowing. Okay, they don't want it talked about. They don't want it spread. I.e., Hunter Biden's laptop right before the fucking election last year. They didn't want anybody talking about that, so the gatekeepers of information shut that shit down. Right now, what we have is we have a true open source information network where we can spread information all across channels. And what they used to deem hate speech or fear speech, which we all knew wasn't hate speech and fear speech, it was fucking truth and facts, is coming back. The liberals, the left wing liberals, are scared the fuck. The gatekeepers are scared the fuck of truth and facts, and that's why they're flipping the fuck out. Because once we have truth and facts in front of us, their entire fucking narrative falls apart, including the COVID narrative, every fucking narrative. That's what's going on, bro.
It's the liberals. All right. Um,
Oh, it's not just that I shouldn't. Okay, it's the gatekeepers of information because there are some fucking strong conservatives that are gatekeepers of information
yeah,
as
because
well.
I don't think the liberals are very centralized. I don't think there's a lot of you know group activity.
There is, but what it is, it's basically the gatekeepers of information. They don't want information out and people talking about it.
Well, that's why I like Twitter, because I can find out anything on Twitter, and I find it out before I see it anywhere else. Like, I'm sick of YouTube at this point. I see a video pop up, I'm like, oh sweet, it says breaking crypto news and it's 2 hours old. Let me hit it, and it's talking about shit we heard about 3 days ago on Twitter. I'm I'm here for the
And you're exactly correct. That's why the mainstream media and those that used to publicate all those publications, they are scared shitless right now because we're getting the information. Then you'll see it in the Washington Post 2 days later. Well, what Twitter's got first to punch. They're first to access. So they're beating them out.
I mean, getting a notable person who's in the news to pop into a Twitter space, that might be the fastest pipeline to information. It's like direct into my veins. crypto news injection. You know,
I agree with you. Like, so I'm gonna give Mario props, bro. I don't know where the fuck he's getting these guests from and how he's setting his shit up. But I mean, he had SDF on there, bro. He's had Elon on there. He's had Anthony Scaramucci on there. He had the guy from Moonstone Bank, the bank that Alameda
that
bought.
was the best when he had the guy and his son, and these are the people who
Yes,
sold their
yes.
little bank in the middle of nowhere to Sam, and this would have gotten way out of hand had this not blown up.
You're exactly correct. And so he had that guy on there, that bank on there, and an ex-U.S. Air Force intel officer sitting there fucking giving the questions, bro. So he's got a fucking ex-intel officer that's his fucking questioner, questioning these high-profile motherfuckers.
And
And
they
it
were
was,
lying. They were lying through their
dude,
teeth.
out their ass, and he was catching them in them. He
Mm-hmm.
was fucking circling around and catching them in their lies. It was great.
This is what we got to keep doing too. You know, even on a smaller level here, it's like we get the people on here and we ask them hard questions and get them to answer them. Because like everybody's gonna pump as much bullshit out to the community as they can if it benefits them. You know, no one's gonna stop them. This is DeFi, and like I get
But then
exhausted.
there's other people in the Twitterverse, and I'm gonna call them out right here, that took their show and made it to where nobody can come up and ask questions and nobody can talk. And i.e. the breakdown with Goxstein and Akil. And Akil is one of the most left-leaning, fucking far-left
Bro,
guys
and
I've
I
ever seen
said
in my
this.
goddamn life. This
Yep.
motherfucker is so fucking racist towards anybody non-black. It is ridiculous that he even has a fucking
Bro,
platform,
and
bro.
this is the thing. I said it when they started going down this road 2 months ago, and they've lost it completely. All their clout on Twitter, they've lost because
They've lost their
they
entire
went political.
platform due
You
to fucking
can't go
Akil, bro.
political. You
Well,
can't
it's
talk
due to
politics.
Akil, bro. I agree. I agree.
We got to just, stay focused on things that we can all agree on, because we are never going to agree on politics. It's just,
But you're talking about a room that used to have 600 to 800 people in there on the daily, right? And I would be in there, Jess would be in there, Nico would be in there. We'd all
I
be
met
shooting the
you
shit.
in there. Like, we wouldn't be hanging out here if it wasn't for
No,
that shit.
no, exactly. So we'd be shooting the shit in there, this and that. And since he went to the YouTube platform and made it to where nobody can come up and nobody can start questioning Akil on his bullshit rants, bro, I'm done. I won't even fuck with those guys
Everybody's
anymore.
done. I went in there the other day. There was 27 people. I was like, what is this, Rockstar space?
Yeah,
Fuck.
no shit, bro. And that's the reason why, is because nobody else can participate. When you're spouting out a narrative, it can't be challenged on that narrative, bro. That's what people don't like.
No, 100%. I'm scrolling here. This is a tough crowd. Come on. I fucking kid Rockstar. He's trying. He's trying. What do you think, Bach?
Good morning, Alpha.
Good morning, my buck.
Troopers. Good morning, Ellis. How's everyone doing?
All right, all right.
Yeah, bro. I
You
think
and Troopers made up.
I think virtue signaling and talking about politics is a very tricky subject. You're talking about Akil, right? The guy on.
Yeah, he's David's right hand man.
He's a little bit kind of chubby guy, kind of big, tall.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But dude, I think that's like, I don't know. Let me get away from that. But dude, how's the market, bro? Like, I saw your post yesterday. You were like just surprised.
I was surprised.
I was like, dude, holy shit, he's about the FOMO.
I was surprised when I woke up and see the 17,000, or I think I got the notification in the middle of the night that Bitcoin was at $17,000. I was like, what the fuck? Come on, guys.
I was on the Robinhood
Let's go
app
down.
when it happened. That's why I tweeted it, because I was just like, I was moving something, and I happened to be on the screen for Ethereum, and out of nowhere at like 7 p.m. it just pumps like 3% in one spike.
Almost like someone's manipulating it or something.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's always manipulated.
So Alpha, what about you? Are you even comfortable putting? Okay, let's say you had $10,000 right now sitting on the side, right? Are you comfortable putting 10 into Bitcoin or Ether right now? Or are you going to go out and set it and fucking, like for me right now, I'm going to go
If I
buy
had 10 grand
gold.
that I didn't need,
I'm buying gold right
I'd be
now.
100% comfortable putting it in Bitcoin and forgetting
Right now at
about
the
it.
price, no, not right now. See, I'm just, I like to trade. I like to maximize everything. And right now, I think I would take $10,000, buy gold with it, sit on it for
You didn't give me
until
that fucking option, bro. I would I like I you said Ether Bitcoin. I would put 10
No, I said,
grand in
what are
Bitcoin.
you buying with it? I didn't mean it like that. No, what are you doing with it? You have $10,000. What are you
Um,
doing with it?
But
ten
Viking though,
thousand
like
dollars.
you don't feel like buying gold and versus just staying in USD is like the same thing. Like gold's
No,
not moving.
absolutely not. Gold versus USD? No.
But
I
Uh-uh.
I
thought
think
people
in the
were
short
selling
term,
their
like
gold
in
right
like
now.
the next 1 year or 2 years, I don't think gold is making any big moves.
Yeah,
No, I understand that, but the thing is I think with inflation and with the rising rates, gold is actually going to stay solid because the rates are going to go so high, inflation's going to go so high because we have to raise rates again yet here coming up in March.
so
It's going to
you're
be
looking for
But
the least
don't you
volatile
agree?
as a hedge.
But don't you
yeah,
agree that like
as the hedge,
increasing rate is
because
actually
All
good
right.
for the dollar? Because
Say it
if
again.
everybody's increasing their rates, like Japan, all these other countries, they're just gonna print out and just buy.
it's good for the growth of the dollar. It's not good for the value of the dollar.
Yeah, you can't have
I
both.
would disagree, uh, just based on like I think the dollar dominance right now against right like a bunch of other currencies is super high, right? Like that's why we're seeing the euro at like $1.99 or whatever. Um, but yeah, I
And
mean,
I agree with you, but that has a lot to do with those other countries being in such a ridiculous point that their inflation is higher than ours right now. I do understand what you're saying.
But bottom
You're
line,
talking the dollar price index, the DPI, right?
nobody knows why ETH spiked yesterday. Bottom line.
yeah, I mean, the
Anybody?
news yesterday was like what Brazil, they're making Bitcoin as their an official payment rail.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
they're putting it into the books. And what happened in Brazil? I'm so glad you fucking brought that up, bro. You realize what happened in Brazil has real world implications, and what those motherfuckers are going through right now, the protests that are happening in Brazil and in China. There are two major countries just as large as the United States in size, okay, because
Oh
Brazil
yeah,
and China.
Brazil is huge. China is huge.
So these two fucking countries, just as big as the United States, the only two countries in the world as big as the United States, other than Russia, are having mad protests right now, where motherfuckers are getting gunned down with AKs and ARs, bro.
And that kind of news is suppressed. I hope I don't know, man. My GM tweet got 3 responses this morning. I hope they're not shadow banning me for being spicy. Happy 420 if you live in
No, offers because we
Tunisia.
didn't get the blue check marks, bro. We fucked up. I
No, I think
realized
that
that.
was a good play.
Alpha, I know I got shadow banned because my shit now, I can't get more than 3 to 4 fucking retweets or likes on any of my shit now.
Yeah, it's
It's
the blue
fucked
check
up.
mark. I don't
Maybe
know.
Nuggets
Maybe your
knows.
situation is different, but I noticed that too. I think it's just whoever didn't get a blue check mark, you're basically like a bot.
Oh, so I gotta pay $8 for engagement? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
Fuck
Nuggets.
that. Okay. No, well, not only that. Okay, I've got Twitter Blue. I've had Twitter Blue for a long time. But guess what? I don't fuck with Apple. Fuck Apple. Ain't fucking with Apple.
Let's go. I had Twitter Blue. I don't know what happened. I think I gave them a
You
funky
have to pay
credit card.
more because Twitter Blue was like $4 or $5, and then it got boosted to $8.
Yeah, and I linked them. This is what I do with companies that want to charge me on a recurring basis. I give them a card that only has that much on it. And it's like, try and charge me next month, motherfucker. Nuggets, what's up?
If I had to choose between Bitcoin and ETH, I'd go with ETH just because it's got a higher upside. But if you're gonna put money in any rare metals or anything, I would go with silver, dude. Silver's gonna squeeze.
And I understand what you're saying there. Silver does have more real world implications, and I am a silver bug without a doubt. I've got over 1,000 ounces of silver upstairs right now, bro. Absolutely love collecting silver. When it comes to Bitcoin versus ETH, I do agree with you there as well. What the fuck can you do with Bitcoin? You can send it and receive it. That's about it. Well, with Ether's a whole ecosystem, bro. Ether, I can do this, I can do that. It runs EVM. Ether is where it's going to be at. Ether's the supercomputer when it comes to crypto.
And this is why I was so interested last night, is because we spiked out of nowhere and the Gwei meter went up to 17. So we started going deflationary again, which means we had a lot of volume and a lot of transactions. And that's all I'm looking for. I just want ETH to function properly. I want, the EIP 1559 or whatever to be effective. And that means we need high traffic and volume so that ETH can be a deflationary asset. That's what I want. Keep using that shit. Wildcat ad agency. You're new up here. What's cracking?
Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody going?
Hey, good morning, man.
Good morning, good morning. Yeah, very nice talk, and I agree with you. Ethereum is going nowhere, guys.
Wait, who said Ethereum's going nowhere? Who you agreeing with, bro?
No, Ethereum is not going to shit. That's what I mean.
Oh,
No, of course.
right. Bro, you
It's
scared me
super
for a
long
second.
haul. That's what you're saying.
ETH isn't going anywhere.
No, it's impossible for ETH to go anywhere because at this point, when Ether was deployed, okay, when EVM actually started running and all these other side chains started running off of EVM, it was the same scene as in Terminator 3 when they turned on fucking Skynet, bro. It's unstoppable once the switch gets flipped.
I like that talk. Hold on a second. Why is my Twitter freaking out? 69 people in here. Don't move. Tweet out the room, but do it slowly. Slowly. Nice. Welcome to Coffee and Cro. If you're new here.
Man, how awesome was that fucking Iran America game yesterday? Watching into that?
Was awesome. That shit was awesome.
Those fucking Iranian guys sitting there grabbing and pulling on the Americans, trying to get them. It was so awesome at the end. There was some
spiciness going on the day before, man. We posted we posted like the announcement for the game, but it had the Iranian flag without the symbol in the middle. It was some I don't know. They were trying to make some type of statement.
The Americans took their flag, the United States flag, and they took the star, where the stars are at, and they basically cropped an Iranian flag behind the stars. And the Iranians were pissed.
Oh, that's what they did? Dude, I was trying to follow this story, and what I took away from it was that we fucked with their flag, and I was just trying to put America in their shoes. If Iranians fucked with our flag, we would not be having it.
No, we wouldn't. They would literally have already sent the stealth bombers over the top of that country already.
I mean, people that take this shit seriously take the flag very seriously, and you gotta understand that it's always.
But you might not respect our flag and what it stands for in our country. But in other countries, their flag is it's everything to them. And they wear that shit around them when they go to these fucking soccer matches. So, yeah.
I think we kicked the hornet's nest there. But then I thought they might have smoked us yesterday in the soccer game just to get back at us. But it didn't work out that way. USA has a team, man. It's not like any of us follow soccer, but we got some good players. I was getting DMs from people like, "Hey," I forget who they were talking about, but people like our players. I don't even know them by name, and people are talking about them.
I literally could not tell you a single guy on the U.S. men's national team other than the guy that scored a goal. His name starts with a P, his last name.
Was he number 7?
I don't know.
We got to get better at this, especially if we start like getting farther along in this. We need to know some names.
But couldn't you tell? Okay, so I immediately knew what team was America and what team was Iran
Bro, we've
because
got World Cup in the
there were
title.
black guys on the team, right?
Yeah.
And there were no black guys on team Iran, all right? And did not every one of those black guys that were playing U.S. men's soccer look like fucking Carlton Banks, bro? Like they were straight up raised by a white family, had white parents, and like they never spent a day in the fucking hood.
Wait. Oh my god. Oh, I was mixing you with Baca. I was like, isn't this the same guy who was just like Akil? He's tall, he's thick. That was Bach, though.
Tyler Adams is your captain, and he's a very well-spoken individual, a very good player. And he
Tyler,
got
thank you, troops.
Tyler Adams, and he got into a little
the
bit of
guy's
shit
name is Christian Pulisic. He plays for Chelsea.
And Christian Pulisic, also a great player, but Tyler Adams got into a bit of hot water 2 days ago, just before the game at the press conference, and it was bullshit. They tried to an Iranian journalist tried to give him shit for pronouncing Iran or Iranian or something. He slightly mispronounced the name, and this journalist tried to go like completely in on
I
him
think
for
I
being
just did
Well,
that.
that wasn't the worst part of the journalist. It was the journalist trying to fucking trap him with the BLM shit, bro.
Well, exactly. Then went into Black Lives Matter, and actually, he gave a really nice, articulate answer because it should be about football, none of that bullshit. It's typical World Cup stuff
Thank
right
you.
now.
That's what I'm talking about.
But anyway, the US were awesome. I mean, you guys were. From a pure soccer perspective, I couldn't give two shits about USA versus Iran and any other factor. But from football terms, oh my God, the US were dead on their feet. They were fucking throwing bodies, heads, legs, arms, anything in the way of the ball for that last 20 minutes. But they fucking did it. So fair play.
Fair play. Dead on your feet is good, huh?
It means they threw everything at it. Like they were hanging in there. They had like
Dead on your
probably
feet. I like that.
probably for the last 30 minutes, I think probably the possession was probably about 90-10 in favor of Iran. USA were just backs to the wall, defending. Balls were getting thrown in. I actually threw a bet on at the end. I was absolutely sure it was going to be a 1-1 tie. I had a lot of money on Iran scoring in the last 10 minutes. Didn't happen. Fairness to the US, they just defended, and they'll be absolutely wrecked in the next game. But they've qualified to the knockout stages for the first time in a long time, so it's awesome.
That was
USA.
The
Since
last 9 minutes.
2010, I think.
Yeah, the last 9 minutes of that game were just unreal. I turned it on, got right at the 80th minute there. We went to like 99 minutes, so I got to watch the last 20. And fuck, bro, like I don't like soccer at all. And yeah, so be it.
Yeah,
And
check that new title,
it'll be
baby.
forever known as soccer now because the Americans are in the knockout stage. So there we go.
Soccer is the official name of the sport. People don't realize that.
Yeah, let's pick that one up later.
Fuck. Take it away,
Whoever
baby.
told you that is that lie.
I watched a YouTube video. I'll send you the link.
Hey Alpha, I just wanted to get another status update on my True USD DPEG situation.
Hold on. That's our True USD DPEG buck. We're on fire here.
Yeah, I pinned up the top my position. I think things are going to come along, but it's just a matter of wait. But I mean, I woke up today. Crow's more up, so I have more buying power. But FYI, this is super risky. We're taking a leverage long position, and best case scenario, True USD pegs, and we're buying Crow at pennies on the dollar.
What's worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario, Crow goes below. I put more leverage, or I paid more of my loan. So right now my liquidation point is at I think 5.2.
Oh,
so
you were at 5.5 yesterday, so that's good.
Yeah. So if Crow goes below 5.2, that's the liquidation period right there. But I think the first liquidation is 50%. So I should have enough time to like put more Crow in if it does happen. But I don't know, bro. I'm a trader. I like to forecast the future. I think this is the floor for Crow. I don't think Crow goes below like 5 or 5.2, 5.3, just based on like, if you look at the charts and see where the volume, where people are buying in, this is the bottom, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we've priced in anything that could possibly go wrong.
Yeah, because you got to remember, a lot of people bought, they got stuck in that like 60, 50 cent range. Probably capitulated at the 10, 12, 11 cents. And then right here at this point, this is basically value buy.
I'm all in. I'm gonna leverage myself up again today and keep it
You,
going.
you got to be careful though. See, when you start leveraging yourself up at the points where Crow is going up,
Then any amount down from there, right?
yeah. So I mean, it would have been better if you leveraged yourself a few days ago when Crow was like at 6.2, 6.1. Because because that's also the benefit too. Let's say you leverage yourself up, right? You get to like a 100,000 Crow from whatever amount you started. Then Crow keeps pumping. Then your borrow power keeps increasing as well. So there might come a time. Let's say Crow goes back to like those levels, where you could just take out the true USD, and that was your initial that you put in.
Yeah, I mean the initial Crow that I supplied as collateral, I bought the day before at 5.9. So I don't know. I think I've done it like 20 times now. I've leveraged from like a $200 investment of Crow all the way to like $1,800.
Yeah, like I said, best case scenario in this like situation, you kind of want to be leveraged with True USD, because I truly feel like they have a lot of connections um, with FTX. Even their auditing firm, lots of connection with FTX. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion.
I wonder if I should borrow it. When I got into my Coinbase wallet yesterday, finally, um, I noticed that Aave, I could borrow True USD on Aave on Ethereum, but the gas
What's the
fees.
borrow rate?
What?
What's the borrow rate on Aave?
It's
Because
like, yeah, it's.
the reason it works so well here, we're net positive on the APY. We're actually getting paid.
I know we really found something good here, Bach. Because I'm looking other places and it's not the same. Like, first of all, the gas fees are way too high to do it on
Mhm.
Ethereum, and then second of all, yeah, the borrowing rate was like 2% higher than we're doing it on Crow right now.
Yeah,
So
with that current position I posted up, I'm getting paid close to, I don't even know how much tonic, but it's like so much fucking tonic. But tonic is like, 0.000 whatever. But I think the last time I checked, in these last like, it's been 3 days now, $7 to $8 worth of
yeah,
tonic.
because you have a much bigger position than me, but with that $1,800, I'm paying about 3 cents a day in True USD to borrow, and I'm receiving like 10 cents worth of Crow for the lending. So yeah, it's net positive.
Yeah, but then you have to factor the tonic that you get too. So
Right.
that also, I think that my net APY is 4.3 or 4.4.
Wicked. Let's go, Briar, and back to cats.
Hey, so I was just curious, was the dip in Crow, did that correlate with CZ dumping FTX token? Did he dump his
No,
reserve of Crow coin as well?
I
Because
think that dip was Chris's like fuck up with the $400 million thing. That
It
shit.
was that, and then the
Well,
other
this is what
FUD.
I wanted to talk about.
There was a bunch of FUD at that when that was happening. A lot of people were getting money out of exchanges. It was across the entire board,
Well, yeah,
so
and
it wasn't
CZ
just
needs to
Crow.
take responsibility for what he was tweeting back then. Because he said, and someone, actually, a couple of you have had some really good tweets recently, where you were posting his old tweets with his new tweets, and he was literally calling himself out in the past for what he just did, moving
Oh,
funds.
it's a $1 billion auditing
Yeah,
thing.
He literally said, "Watch out for exchanges that have to move funds before or after a snapshot to prove custody." And then what did he do yesterday? Moved funds to prove custody. It's like, fuck you, dude.
Well, I guess my question is what's our liability through some of these other centralized exchanges? Like if CZ was like, "Oh, I hate Chris K. I'm just gonna dump all our reserves of Kronos," or if Coinbase did that. Like if there was a centralized platform war, so to speak, because I don't put it past CZ. I'm not saying that some of these other platforms would do
I
that.
saw I saw some screenshot where whenever the response from Chris about the mistake, I think CZ posted something, but I don't know if that was real though. I have to see the Wayback Machine if he actually did post that. But I saw a screenshot where he responded to the $400 million mishap. But I think the $400 million mishap was the thing that took us from 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever all the way to 6 or 5-9, if I remember right.
Well,
Hey, now check the title. Now we're cooking with gas, baby.
Whoa, chill out, bro. BME come at you, bro.
Now I'm
now you're gonna
engaged
start
on it.
some shit. You better start leveraging again. What the fuck?
Let's
You got to remember, Alpha. You know that like CZ can make a perpetual crow on his exchange and just like short the fuck out of us, bro.
I think he should fuck around and find out. That's what I think.
No. Okay, I'm sorry, bro.
Yo, chill out,
No,
bro.
no,
I'm a
no.
little bit leveraged on my crow position, bro. You know my liquidation point.
I do. We all do. And this is kind of funny, right? Because that's what Sam was doing. Was he knew everybody's liquidation points, so Alameda was just spiking and punting and liquidating people, and then going right back up. Yogi, what's up, man?
So this leveraging, borrowing, supply, all shit. I kind of looked into it, but I didn't put nothing in yet. I don't fully understand it. So, how long can you hold this? Is there a lock period or anything?
For
No,
leverage on Tectonic, you can
no.
hold it as long as you want.
Yeah, you can hold as long as you want. What you have to worry about though is the borrow rate and the APY rate. So let's say in the future more people keep using it, then your APY gets just where it doesn't make sense. Then I would say, pay back your loan and get out.
So it charges you daily for the borrowing of True USD.
Yeah, and it'll show you all that right on the page where you borrow it. It'll say
Yeah, but
daily
it's very low though. It's like
interest. There's a tiny little thing that says daily interest.
it's 0.88 a year right now.
Yeah, I did see something about that. Yeah.
So it's pennies a day, if
All you
anything.
got to do is first you got to supply Crow, and then you got to slide the little thing for use as collateral.
Yep.
What? That's what I
Yeah,
did.
walk everybody through it, bro.
I looked into it, and I was about to do it, but then I backed out because I didn't fully understand everything. I wanted to talk to
Hold an
y'all.
alpha. I
Yeah,
see
and
you.
then one thing you also have to worry about is liquidation threshold. So you have to make sure um, where you are is not like super high, like close to 80. Like if you see my screenshot, I think I'm at 69%. So you got to play around with where
So how do you control that, Buck? How does that?
so if the price of Crow falls, then that percentage is going to keep increasing the loan to value. So you can keep adding more Crow in to bring it further down. Or on this side, this is where the trade comes in and the speculation. I think Crow keeps going up and finds like a nice place at like 7 or 8. And then from there, the downside, well, not the downside, but the downside of True USD, it's just it makes the most sense to loan True USD. Because if True USD falls to like a penny, you pay back that loan and you take the Crow.
I see why CZ and Sam do what they do. Like I'm getting impatient. How do we depeg True USD? Tell me what to do.
Whoa. We don't depeg it, but True, I don't believe True USD is
Yeah, but you
one.
can tweet something. You can like shake up the masses, create a bank run. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
we can release a report where we talk about our speculation, where and disclose our short position. Yeah, but no bank runs here. We're not gonna like tweet things and push it to it. But I don't believe it's 1-to-1.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. And I believe our reserves at crypto.com are 1-to-1. So I'm long on Cro, and I'm short in True USD. That's my position. Hold up, I gotta get Nuggets up here. Who's going down? Wildcats. I ain't gonna boot you.
I
You had
actually had
something to say.
I actually had a question, guys. We formerly were on in Cosmos ecosystem and launched priorly, and now launching on ETH, and wanted to know like what's your stance, you guys, in the Crow ecosystem toward like in regards to Cosmos actually.
We love Cosmos. We're built on the Cosmos SDK. We are tight, and we love Atom. I hold Atom in the DeFi wallet on the Cosmos chain and also in a Kepler. I love that
You
shit.
have to have Cosmos running with the EVM compatible chain.
Hey,
If
hey,
you don't have
Wildcats, you
Cosmos,
should launch on Kronos with us.
yeah, but
What?
if you don't have Cosmos in with your EVM compatible project, it's just not going to work. So things that aren't running Cosmos, like the BNB and other types of chains, yeah, not going to happen.
I like that talk. Another reason, right? Chalk it up. What happened with you guys on Cosmos though? How did it start and where you at now?
Now we launched the first collection on Secret Network, which is on Cosmos and interoperable, and we have a bunch of partners that are all over Cosmos on Juno and not obviously not Cosmos Hub, not Atom, but Juno and Stargaze and all those chains, and now launching like expanding to broaden the market to ETH and bring it back to Cosmos again.
And is that a common thing on these Cosmos chains to branch out to ETH to find a new user base and then kind of bring it back?
Not really. We're going that route. We're going that route. Test it out. Actually, yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the Rect Game.
Wrecked
They
game.
launched on
No.
Polygon and on ETH. And yeah, we're trying that out too.
Yeah, we're big fans of multi-chain projects in here. A lot of projects on Kronos came from Ethereum or have since branched out to either Ethereum or Polygon or VeChain or even Hedera and XRP. I mean, crofam is all over the place. So it's nice to have you up here. Did you guys ever look at Kronos as an option?
Yeah, we're looking into it. We're actually the way we do it is we partner up with different projects on different chain and yeah, branch out like that, you know. So yeah, that's we're looking into Crow Network really.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. And I'll be honest with you, man. We're looking for developers. Like we need more developers on the Kronos chain. That's just bottom line. So if you know anybody, bring them on over. You guys got good devs over there?
Sure do the best.
Because it's not just good devs, right? We were talking about this earlier. They got to be skilled, of course, and that's hard enough. But they got to be trustworthy. And that's huge. Because as consumers, we have, first of all, no communication with the devs. And we don't understand everything that goes on behind the scenes. So people don't realize that, Bach was talking about this earlier. You could have or troopers. You could have a great relationship with a founder, right? Parasocial, whatever you want to call it. But like you have a relationship, you trust each other, but it's the devs that rug the project. And the founders just left explaining that shit to everybody that's still hanging on. So finding good,
Well,
trustworthy
yeah, and
devs is like,
it's worse these days because everybody thinks all you need to do is go to Fiverr And I think it was Greyway who said who referred to Kevin and Chad as a fiber middleman. That's exactly what they were. They don't have. I hate when people talk about their dev team. Not their fucking dev team. There's some dude in India who they're paying next to nothing to build their shit for them. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of amazing Indian developers, but if you're getting a Fiverr dev, you've got to do, as a founder, you've got to do the deepest research on that person. You've got to have full access to them and everything about them. And you've got to have that contract checked, triple checked, and quadruple checked before you do anything with it. And nobody's doing that. People are just going on Fiverr, paying $100, getting a smart contract, getting some AI generated art, throwing it together, 50 Cro, 2,000 items, boom, I sold out. Yeah, and what? What the fuck's your project? It's nothing.
No, you're spot on with that. A lot of people like try to cut back on wherever they can, and it's not the sustainable way to make things go for the long term. You know, so it's impossible to do it that way.
And it looks the same to the consumer. You know, that's what I'm getting at. Is like for the average person, it looks exactly the same to them, whether it's a solid project or one of these ones we're talking about.
If you've got a good front man for that, then yeah, absolutely. Like I could sell 100 of those projects all day long. Like, well, anybody could. You know, guys who come in here, it's easy to do. And yeah, exactly like you said, to people coming into NFTs, and this is more of an NFT thing than a token thing, obviously, but especially coming into a small chain like Kronos and getting started. Like, yeah, it's easy to look at those projects and think, hey, they look great. But you know, with a little bit of
Oh,
just
here's some big news. Sorry, guys. Mikey, how come you didn't say anything, bro? I'm scrolling through the tweets up here. Welcome to the Kronos Chimp Club, my guy. Congratulations. Goddamn. How's it going?
Yeah,
Whoa!
late to the party, but
Holy
I'm
shit!
finally glad to have one.
Good for you, man. We hope everybody has gotten an opportunity over the past year to pick out their forever chimp. Jesus. There have been. Oh my god. Is there a jackhammer going in the back?
It's my forklift, man. Sorry, but yeah, I think that's the main thing. Like I've been waiting for that one chip that was me. You know what I mean? That represented me, and I finally got him. So finally came across that one. So I'm happy.
That's what's up, Mikey. That's how you do it. Very happy for you. Very proud. The Kronos Chimp Club continues to grow. You know, like we give them props for having the most holders, but like we're not done. We're not done yet. Holy shit, we might have like 7,000, 8,000 holders by the time we're done around here. And for people that are new, welcome. And for those who don't know, the Chimps were the first 10K NFT project on the Kronos chain. Sometimes we forget to mention that. First is not best necessarily, but we've got Loaded Lions, first 10K on crypto.com. We've got Kronos Chimps, first 10K on Kronos. Are there similarities? Yeah, I'd say so.
So shout out to my man Nessie down here. Stopped in, check out what pro things. So like just you're down at Art Basel in Miami this week. Check him out. On the second, like the women's summit. So,
I can barely hear you, man. What was their name?
Nessie.
Nessie.
Yeah.
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, you got
shout out Nessie.
Apox 8 ball. Well, what's up, man? How you living?
Who, me?
Yeah, motherfucker.
I'm good. I'm scrolling. I'm looking at our listeners here. Lucky Luciano. We got all types of lucky people in here. Did Nat come up? Is she here? KD is here. Bujo. There's Nessie.
Hey, Alpha, what did you think about Frank D. God's the doxing?
Oh, I forgot to talk. See, thank you. he looks nothing like I thought he would. That's every time somebody doxes. I don't like the fact that he got not pressured, forced into it. You know, like doxing should be something that you do of your own volition.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think somebody had all his data and his info and shit.
Yeah,
It's funny.
and
Nah, dude, I'm the reason I mentioned is I'm actually looking at acquiring one of these D-Gods, bro.
yeah, we gotta get it at the bottom.
I don't know. I don't know if this is the bottom though, but Solana's just going to shit. Who knows?
I know.
But
So
I'm looking at one right now. Has like a laser thing. It's at like 429 SOL. These things used to be 40 grand.
yeah, well, so it's at 1/10 then, because that's like 4,200.
And it's like 5,800 right now.
Okay. So do we wait for Sol to go to shit and then buy Sol and then buy D-Gods, or do we pull the trigger now? Aren't they moving chains?
Yeah, I think they're gonna try to. I don't know if they're gonna bridge. He said it, but he didn't kind of. I don't know. He kind of sounded like me. He didn't really. He didn't say anything. He just said
He
something.
kind of sounds like you. I'm surprised Troops hasn't fucking hit you with that one yet.
No, but what is it called? But he said that they're gonna move Ethereum, but he didn't say if it was gonna be a bridge or it was gonna be a brand new drop. He kind of mentioned something about like, if you own a DeGods, you'll just get one on Ethereum or something like that. But I don't know. I just think like him doxing, and then also the what's called the tubes of the Utes. They have like this like pretty cool like reward stake system. I don't know, bro. I can see because right
It's
now,
kind of
like,
interesting, right? So
yeah,
you
like
stake your Utes and your D-Gods, and you get a certain amount of points per minute.
you get God points or Utes points or something.
Yeah, and it stays on the NFT.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of some of the things that we saw happen on Chronos in the past couple months. You know, we saw loyalty points for Psycho Kitties, right? Didn't they do something like that? Or I have lost touch with those guys.
Or maybe it's more closer to like, I think like for a while, for the longest time, I think every NFT that was like popping on Chronos had some element of staking.
Yep.
You know, and I think that, I don't know, people kind of like that, right? It's like something to do with your NFT.
Yeah, it's a tangible increase of value that they can see on a daily basis, and I think that's a easy way for people to track their progress and feel like they're getting somewhere, especially these days.
Yeah, because I was looking at it, I mean, like right now, I think on Solana that's the highest price 10,000 collection, like 5K. I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah, those OK Bears kind of shit the bed, huh?
yeah, that
They used to
something's
be at the
different.
top.
Yeah, D-Guys is something different about them, you know? Just seems like they're all like real degenerate.
Kind of cool dudes. It's like the Cool Dude Project. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, because right now, like our portfolio, we have what, like BAYC, we have the MAYC, have the little dog. You know, now I don't know, bringing the dog or bringing the D-Gods might be a good
All
idea.
right, easy, Bog. What are you shilling up here? Jesus. Loaded companions. What's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Hey, just want to take it back a couple minutes to when you guys were talking about the devs and stuff. There's this course I've been taking, honestly, for like the past like 3-4 weeks, just because it's like taking me a minute to get through it. But I just pinned it up to the top. It's pretty cool. It goes all about like NFTs and about like the web development. So you know, like when you guys are talking about like the founders and stuff like that, like I was super scared about getting like ripped off, like about like some dev like putting a back door in the code or some like nonsense or whatever. So like I've been teaching myself how to code. Like I'm not putting that stuff up to chance that like someone's gonna just like put a back door in there. Like I'll read the code myself and audit it. You know what I mean? I don't need to pay someone to like pay them 5, 10 grand, whatever. Like you guys know how much it costs to like have someone to audit it, and then you're just taking them at their word for it anyways. So any founder that's like worth a grain of salt, like should know how to read their own smart contract, and like at the very least like be the owner of the damn smart contract. Like like why, like I don't get it, you know what I mean? Put a little effort into this. Like it's easy to go pay someone to do it, but like man, that's why there's so many rugs out there. It's because like people don't even know what's going on out
And
here,
nobody has the time, bro. Right? Like nobody's not.
bro.
I mean,
That's
they say they don't have it. Like everybody's going for the easiest option. Nobody's doing what you're doing, is what I'm trying to say. Like they're not thinking, all right, let me invest in myself over the next 6 months and like really put some time into increasing my knowledge and my skill set in Web3. And whether or not you take it all the way to being able to code Solidity or even being able to read it to the point where you can at least audit a contract, a lot of people are talking a talk and not walking it. And it's at least good to see you doing it.
And bro, it doesn't take a lot of time. I wake up, and I wake up and before I hopped in the room, I spent 30, 40 minutes doing that class. You know what I mean? Like that's it. If you guys are telling me you don't have 30, 40 minutes, if you can't wake up 30, 40 minutes early, that's the first thing I do. I wake up, I smoke weed, my phone is in the other room, you know what I mean? I smoke, I chill out, and then I go code or I go work on the coding thing before I even open Twitter, before I check any notifications. My head is clear. I don't have any distractions. And I go code for 30 fucking 40 minutes until I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? Until my brain's like, hey, you need a break. And then I
That's
go
the
on
best
fucking Twitter.
ROI you can get too. Investing
Damn,
in
loaded.
yourself, literally.
Man, you're making me regret stopping the courses. I should bring that back on.
No regrets, Bach.
Bro,
Just fire
please.
that thing back up, and maybe people will take it seriously this time and actually
No, I didn't
show up.
take it seriously. I slacked off and I held like 2
Oh, you
courses.
slacked off and then you blamed it on us. I got you.
No, blame it on me, bro.
Let's go Nuggets and then Voodoo.
I get the point where you're saying that you got to check your code and you got all these outsourcing in India, but I was part of a legacy project that rugged, and I don't know if you guys remember Chronos Lizards,
Oh,
and
hell yeah.
and our dev was, I don't know where he was, but we found out later when Dad bought the smart contract that it wasn't solid, man. So like, regardless of where the dev is, you got to double check it, man. You got to get it audited, or what Loaded was saying was know your shit, right? And then on the second point is Bach was talking about D-Gods. Dude, it's gonna pump, man. Like they just did staking like 2 days ago, and you got all these guys fucking pumping the bags hard. Like, I mean, I got into the Utes when Solana first dumped like 2 weeks ago, and it was at like 70 Solana, 70 Sol, and now it's pumped all the way up to like 150. D-Gods are like almost like 6-7 G's USD, man. It's and they're focusing this phase on the D-Gods, and I think what they've done before is you got to hold these D-Gods and then get the coins for whatever they're going to be doing cross-chain. That's what I think. But there's
The
a pretty big
coins
movement.
being
Yeah.
are the coins being these like points that go on the thing or like dust.
Well, before when you used to stake D-Gods, you used to get dust, right? That used to be the coin that let you purchase a Ute or a Ute. But now it looks like they've got different tokens now, separate staking. But at some point, I think you can still buy dust and buy it somehow. I'm not sure. Like
No, I
it,
think dust staking is still going on, but I think now what they have is the points. They're not like tokens. I think they're kind of going for like a kind of like rewards points, like like
Yeah, it's like
travel
they went
rewards.
non-monetized.
Yeah, exactly.
They had dust, it was monetized, it got all fucked up, and now they're doing non-monetized points that are attached to the NFT.
Yeah, and then they have like their own little market that you can
We've
use
gone
those
through
points.
this on Chronos, right?
Yeah.
So it's very
People like it. I've noticed people really like it. Like especially when you take the money factor out, it's a lot less like I don't know corrupty.
Yeah, Troops has been killing it with their token. It's been
Ours
very
is slightly
popular.
different. I mean, I think Lost Toys are doing like a points thing. So ours is, yeah, obviously non-monetized, but ours is still a token. So at any point, if you wanted to, you could put liquidity against it because
Yeah, you were
it
up
is
here,
actually,
so I figured I'd
yeah. But it's, I think there's two different ways, right? You have like ours is an actual token on the blockchain, but you can also do like a very much a Web 2 point based system, and that's what Lost Toys are doing. That's what Cycle Kitties did. That's literally just like I know nothing about you, so I don't know if theirs is like a just a points thing that's connected to the NFTs or whether it's an actual token. I'm not sure.
yeah,
But there's a few different ways.
we're still looking at it, figuring it out. But people seem to believe in Frank, and I think that's really, when it boils down to it, one of the most important things. You know, it's why he doxed himself. It's why he
Well,
doxed under pressure.
so it's his whole team too, right? Like he's got a lot of young blood guys in corporate, and they're I guess they've got a really brilliant marketing strategy, on Twitter and Spaces, and they're
Yeah,
super active, right?
what's young in corporate? Is that like 40? Young blood corporate?
No, like straight out of college, bro.
Oh, all right. Kevin looks old. I don't know. Kevin looks older than me.
Like Frank's supposed to be like 23. Are you kidding me?
Wow, is he really 23? And his first business was hacking scooters. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's what
I
he's
was trying to
saying.
follow the story.
I think Kevin was saying too today in the Spaces that he started like this web app that ended up getting bought out by Microsoft for like 200 mil. So
Yep.
he's got some pretty good networks with all these VCs
Big money,
and
boys.
yeah, big money, man.
We need it. We hate it, but we need it. Voodoo, what's up?
Yeah, I'm also watching those guys. They look like a really smart bunch and they have a really solid plan in their building, you know. Um, but what I actually came up here was for DGOTS. Aren't they moving to Aptos? Am I wrong in thinking that?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out where they're moving to. Whether
They're
it's
moving to
Ethereum,
Aptos. I think it's Aptos.
Aptos. Yeah, and Aptos got a pump. I don't know if that's why, but they were in the leaderboard yesterday.
I mean, well, all the Aptos I had, thank God, was just given to me from that airdrop. So it didn't. I used most of it. I bought a few of the uh I keep forgetting the name of the adhesive spade platform over there. This guy that
Oh,
has
Sea Shrine.
Sea
Sea
Shrine.
Shrine.
Excuse me.
there it is.
I should know this. Anyways, I bought three of those, and then I bought a couple of not the Aptos monkeys, but another NFT project that was pumping at the time. Bought a couple of those. Um, and then this is like Aptos at about like $9, and I just walked away from it. Came back a week later, and we're looking at Aptos at what, $4 now, $5, about half that price. But I'm not too worried about it because those positions I took were long anyway, so I'll just sit around and wait for it to turn back around. A lot of that, the whole market was down, so it wasn't something specific to Aptos yet. And just like Frank and CrowSwap, these guys have uh, significant backing, really intelligent, really like smart guys that have the background in development and blockchain development specifically to get the product to the finish line, right? So they seem to have everything that's necessary to get there. So just watching and see where these guys go. It's going to be really interesting in 2023.
Big year coming up for all of us in Web3. 2023, Web3. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. What do you think is going to be the biggest fad? I don't know what you want to call it. What's going to be the biggest thing in Web3 in 2023? What's our vibe?
I think games. I think blockchain related games. That's at least our focus at Board Candy. Like we're trying to pump out as many games as possible by the end of the year to give people as many opportunities and chances to use use cryptocurrency tokens to engage in gamification, right? And we're going to start off simple, so like Candy Crush, and we have a few more that we're working on right now. But as the year goes forward, make it more complex, right? But you have also on the other side, you have Meta Wars, you have the new Resistance. Both just came to Chronos, first player shooting games that are
TNR. I
launching
forgot
here.
about
Yeah,
them.
so
Shit.
those it's coming. It's coming. So I think that's what 2023 is going to be focused on is
Games.
games and crypto. Yep.
I can dig it. What do you think, Gray?
Yeah, man, just piggybacking off of that, I think entertainment NFTs in general, like whether it be video games, whether it be like play to earn games that, are just like, click interactive, or like music NFTs, and even like, TV episode NFTs, like people are working on like film stuff, like all these limited release entertainment things and like projects in general, I think are going to be what really takes off next year.
I can dig it. We got about 22 minutes left here in this show, and we've had about 70, 80 people down there. So don't forget to tweet out the room, and don't forget that the mic button is for everybody. So bottom right, like it, retweet it. Bottom left, hit it if you want to talk to us.
Damn,
You're all welcome.
Crypto.com is killing me with the rates on to buy Solana. They're like super high, dude. Like I have to go to
They're not
finance.
playing around. They're hedging their bets.
Yeah, it's like to buy Solana on Crypto.com is like $14.30. Like holy shit.
Yeah, that's not because they believe in it either. They just don't want to get rugged.
Yeah, just ease of access though.
Oh, Joey, what's going on here? I keep trying to get Joe up. Joe Q, what it do?
For troopers, could you do me a huge favor and post down there in the bottom tweet bubble an update for your project? I see New America did it. I see Loaded Companions did it. I saw the Steakhouse did it. But I know I sound like a broken record when I come up here and ask the projects to do something positive for their own project, but it really does do things for the community as a whole. And anybody else out there that has information, say on the Crow Homes, Ghetto Doves, Chronoverse, whatever project you're into, if you're in the room, jump down there, throw up their most current tweet, their update of what the hell's going on, and help all of us. Just please and thank you.
That's a great point, Joey, and I should do better with this. I get DMs from a lot of people and projects during the show that I do not check, and they are these little updates, So here's one from Crosmo Dev. Big shout out to Crosmo Dev. He's one of the guys that is a developer behind more than one project. He's a solid developer with great communication. He's the dev for Nobodies. So, moving right along here, Crosmo Shooter is the game. I believe the website is crosmoshooter.com. Hold on. Well, his message is they're airdropping free holiday Christmas NFTs to the Crow community. With the jungle. Oh, yeah. Shit. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. We got to make it first.
Yo, he also wrote our smart contract.
See? What a guy. Loaded Nodes would like us to let everybody know that they are doing a giveaway. All right. Hey, it doesn't hurt to sponsor the fucking show. I don't know why I gotta
I find it kind of strange, Alpha. They're all coming to you, sending you these DMs, asking you to do this stuff when they have the ability to do the same thing. Guys, asking permission to Alpha, speak it out, sure, that's a positive. Supporting and promoting the space, that's a positive. But do something for yourself. Jump down there, throw your tweet up. You can explain it probably a lot better than the rest of us can.
One-on-wash the other. Yes, man. We got some people that can come up here and give those good updates, but I can do my best here. Dave, what's up?
What up, guys? What's up, crofam? What's up,
Chilling.
Alpha?
Oh, it's Crypto Slum's birthday. There you go. Wish him a happy birthday. Got all types of news in here.
Yo, so what's up, man? What's up, guys? What's going on? What's the story today? I'm sorry, I'm over here making breakfast, hopped into space, and wanted to check it out.
My man is fired up. You're one of the guys that minted your troll coin.
Hell yeah! I was talking about it for a little while, but nobody was listening. But yeah, man, have you seen what's been going on this last 30 days?
I'm trying to keep up, bro. 30 days.
It's not been too much. I mean, it's pretty simple. We started a little community, started a little coin. It's pretty simple.
Oh, this is your coin.
No.
All right.
This is literally
fucking coin is this?
Bro, you know I'm new to this stuff, man. You know I started.
You ain't new to this. You true to this, and you're not telling me who's behind.
There we go. I'm true to this. There we go. I'm true to. Bro, come buy some troll. Maybe we could talk about it later. Come buy some troll, bro.
Hold on.
You're gonna have to pitch me a lot better than that.
This is what happened yesterday, and
I don't have to pitch it.
Everyone glosses over it, doesn't hold anybody to account, and that's difficult questions. Mr. Dave, you came up here and you said, we're doing this, we're doing that, we built this, we've done that, we're doing this. So, are you, or are you just a dude who's come along and bought this token?
Technically, yes. I mean, does me being a moderator in the Discord count as anything? But yes, I just bought the coin and bought the NFT, and I'm just a mod in the Discord. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so you're a mod in the Discord. What connection do you have with the team behind it in terms of you becoming a mod and your sort of conversation with them?
The only connection I have is that I've spoken over some messages. I like what dude had to say. I haven't found out who it was, and I'm going off of faith here. But we've had some conversations that seem pretty well intentioned, not pretty well, but from this is just me reading. This is again no advice, no guys telling you to do what to do. But honest from me, I got into it. It started just like any other server. I didn't know what the hell it was. Initially, I was reluctant, thinking again, this is just another something else that's popping up.
Where'd you see it first? Where'd you hear?
You know what? To be completely honest, I don't even know. I think it was straight up a Discord invite. It was just like I have no idea, to be completely honest. I didn't see it on Twitter. I didn't see it anywhere else. It was just it's funny because I got an invite for Shikaku Inu and that coin and Troll coin. That's why I kind of thought it was bullshit, because I got an invite around the same time for both of those coins. So I hopped in both.
Who's the dude you're talking to in the Discord? Is he in the Discord as a founder in the Discord?
Yeah, no, the Troll coin is in the Discord every day.
His account is called Troll Coin.
What happened? Yeah, Troll Coin. He's going by Troll Coin. He's been in the Discord every day, man. He's straight up been communicating with us since it launched, and has been me and Crypto Lex. Crypto Lex is the community manager. I just met Crypto Lex, but I know he's been around. I've spoken to him, and so far it's just been just communication between us. But the community.
Is that his Twitter handle, Crypto Lex?
Crypto Lex. I don't.
My final question. So neither of you, Crypto Lex, or you have any idea who this person is, yet you're committing to be a mod and a community manager and promote a project that you've got no idea in any way, shape, or form who this person Trollcoin is. And I'm not having to go at you. I'm just asking for a yes or no.
No, that's no. You're right. I may have an idea, but it's just my idea. But I do not have any confirmation of who it is. No.
It's cool, man. I really appreciate you coming up and giving us all this information. It's very important.
No, it is important. It is important. I get it.
No, you said you were new, right? So how new is new? When did you get into all this shit like Web3?
Straight. So I think my Discord, I got into Discord December of last year. And the Discord I got into because that's where NFT servers were.
Yeah, so
And
you're
then
new like I'm new. Like
yes, basically.
I'm a baby, but people could come into this show and think that I know what I'm talking about. You know? Because I have a
You said that
show,
there
there's
was
a bunch of
only
people in here.
but the NFTs that sold out, like the 5555 or whatever it was. You said there was only. Do you have that contract address? Because you said you saw there was only 50 something holders. I presume you saw
Oh, I
that
was just talking shit. I don't know the actual number. No.
Do you, as the mod then, Dave, do you have the NFT contract address you could share with me?
You're asking me if I have the contract address for Trollcoin?
Not for the coin, for the NFT. I found the coin already, but for the NFTs that sold out yesterday.
The contract address, the way I would have looked it up, I minted off the site. So I would go into my Chronoscan and just check my Trofam NFTs. If you want me to look for it, I can send it to you.
It'd be
I don't
awesome if you
remember.
could, yeah. I tried typing various things. I couldn't find the exact one, but if you don't mind firing that over, I wouldn't mind having a look.
Yeah, no, yeah. I can get the I can get that contract address to send
This
it.
is not me. This is not anything underhand. I'm really curious at how many holders. You know, it was quite a
No,
big
yeah,
amount to sell
absolutely,
out.
absolutely. There's nothing. There's everything is transparent. I get it, man. Like I'm the same way in this space. I
Well, it's
just
not
learned. I got
transparent.
brothers
That's the
and all
point.
that stuff.
That's the
So
point I'm
all
getting
these
at. But
questions
that's the point
I
I'm getting
ask the same thing. I
It's
feel you.
not, but it's not
Yeah,
transparent,
yeah,
right? That's the point we're
troopers.
getting at. We've talked in here yesterday and the day before about people knowing founders, people knowing devs, being transparent. Well, this isn't transparent, so I'm interested to know who bought 5,555 NFTs from a project that's completely untransparent and nobody's got the slightest clue who it is.
You know what? You know what? Let me get you the contract. But isn't one of the pillars? I mean, again, I'm all for
And
transparency,
people do,
docs, and
right?
all
People
that.
do
But
it. Yeah,
wasn't decentralization one big thing was being able to be anonymous, and isn't where a lot of this stuff started?
absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the projects that we went into and jumped into, I don't know about you, but I didn't know none of the freaking the project owners. I bought Little Anubis. I don't know who the hell was behind that. I
Yo,
bought
I
Crow.
still don't know who's behind the chimps, right? We don't know who the artist
Yeah.
is. We don't know who the
It's
founder
true.
is.
It's true.
So part of the stuff that we're hopping into is off of what we're reading, what other people are telling us, and or the art that we like, or what the promises are. This was straight up. It was we don't know exactly who it is, but I'm not saying. I think at some point we will, but it was a project that was started. It started this way. It's pretty simple. The coin came out first, with this simple white paper with this little restriction, and then it got talked about the people in Kronos mainly, and I flocked to Kronos when I first started this, and there's a lot of people in Kronos that are in there that I feel like are good people that have been in here since I started. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go with it. And then I've been getting communication, been talking, it's been feeling good, and then even again, just started 30 days and look so far what we've achieved, and it's straight up off of the community. It's not anything about taking anything from anybody. Like, you could really look at that chart. If you would have hopped in there at the beginning, you would have more than doubled your bag, and you could take out right now, and we're not going to hurt because it's all of us that are doing it. It's basically crofam. We've even onboarded people who never had a crypto DeFi wallet, into crofam, into Kronos, because we're going hard for Kronos too. So it's built on a chain. You don't know who it is right now, but again, we went off of a leap of faith, off of off of a lot of things.
And that's
But
what we got to do. That's how everything is done. You know, we're
yeah,
we're
check out.
balls first, but
Yeah,
like
sorry.
we just want to make sure that everybody
Yeah,
is good.
one thing I wanted to say to troopers, I checked out the NFT contract. They have like 150
151.
holders,
Yeah, I see it.
150 holders and 5,455. Big part of it is it was also 10 Cro. So if you put like 1,000 Cro, you could have picked up like 100 of them. And a lot of the holders that are like top holders, they have BAY, Bach assets and a lot of other stuff. But it's pretty.
I'm holding my tongue and I'm trying to stay calm because my wife said I got too worked up yesterday. And
But I think
the
it
truth of the
is a
matter
good
is,
conversation. Yeah.
yeah,
Sorry, go.
and it should be a conversation. It shouldn't be something that I'm yelling at everybody about. It's just I can't help but get a little worked up when I contrast what happened with Trollcoin to something like Chronoballs that's still minting 6 months later. it
Yeah,
just
and that's it. So
confuses
you've got to
me.
be asked the question. Yeah, exactly. So we've got to ask why. What is it? What's the thing that sold these 151 people into this project? Was it just? Maybe it is the mysteriousness of it. Maybe there is a bunch of people, like Dave said, who do like that really core foundation of what crypto is all about, which is anonymous. You just go buy meme coins, you buy the shit. You hope that people are telling the truth, and what happen. And I know there was a coin there. I don't know anything about the market cap of the coin or nothing about it. But there's clearly 151 people who believed in this enough to go and buy a whole bunch of them. I see the top 10, like Back said. In fact, the top 20 have 100, anywhere between 100 and 400 between them, and then it starts going down after that. But again, that's all fine. Like, who cares about any of that stuff? That's good. If there's 151 people that believe in it, that's awesome. But the thing that I'm more interested in is, what's the sustainability plan for 5,555 NFTs that cost 30 Cro longer term? Like, what's going to keep the value not just in this project but in Kronos and all those holders? Like, what's the bigger vision? And if you
Yeah,
sound
'cause
hyped
we
about it,
get
Dave, so maybe no.
right because we breeze over that so quickly, especially when something mints out fast and has a
Yeah,
secondary
we've
that's
forgotten, right?
profitable, and we
Yeah,
go
we've
right
forgotten to
past,
ask
like,
about
what is this
NFT
project
projects.
about? What is your long-term vision?
Remember last year when we used to come in, and I remember when I came in, anybody came in, we would get absolutely roasted and dragged through everything. What's your roadmap? What's your distribution? What's every bit of it? Why are you doing it inside and out? And we seem to have forgotten about that stuff now. And that's what I mean about devaluing the chain and bringing the whole thing down to, like, it's become like a hobbyist chain of, like, people who just create shit, put them on and hope people buy it, make $2,000 and then go somewhere else. That's not going to be a prosperous and good blockchain for people to come and
And it
develop on and
sucks
build
because I
on.
feel like a boomer, right? I feel like the boomers, the real boomers, like my parents, that are complaining about student loan forgiveness. Like, we paid our loans, why shouldn't you guys? And it's like, that's not the vibe that we're putting out here. It's not like we had to jump through hoops and be legit to be successful here. It's like people are getting confused in the bear market as to what's important. What are the
Yeah,
important pieces of a project that you want to
yeah.
invest in?
We shouldn't be in this bear market. I understand it, right? But if we're all busting our asses and people out here, like, to buy and sell NFTs for like $5 to make $5, like, I mean, that's not why I got into this. That wasn't the vision of cryptocurrency and, long term financial freedom. That was my ideal of crypto, and I think we're doing damage with just this constant stream of projects that may or may not be good, but we're not asking the questions anymore. We're just like, okay, come on, then we'll all jump on it. Probably because it is so free and easy. We're like, oh, fuck it, I'll just put $40 at it. Like, why not? But I don't know. I just want people to think a little bit more. That's all, I guess.
And yeah, we can't tell anybody what to do. We just hope things things get better.
I mean, I personally, I think the risk to reward was pretty good. 10 Crow. I don't know.
It is. That's the whole
I mean,
point. That's what
hold
I'm
on.
saying. It's like it's a fucking alley oop, dude.
I mean,
And
am
we
I part
stop
of the?
asking questions.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but so, all right. I agree. I agree with all you guys. I don't disagree. But I mean, my experiences coming in here, I bought into a lot of projects that seemed to have a roadmap, some that didn't, and then met so many people and all the reasons why people got into it. One big major reason why we watch charts and stuff like that is because I'm thinking people are wanting to make a profit. Again, some projects were straight up just that. Some projects offered roadmaps. Some projects offered nothing and then started building on it. There's so many different avenues, so many ways, and everybody's in here doing so many different things. But again, at the end of the day, the projects that survive, doesn't matter what we think they're doing. It's a matter of the people who are buying into them. If they like the values and however simple it is, or however complex it is, whatever grand goals they have, or whatever simple goals they have. The whole point of getting into the crypto space is that we can create something that we want. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has a choice.
Yeah, man. That's all I
Yeah,
needed. All I needed
yeah,
was to
it's a
hear
fair
you
point.
talk that talk. Because now, like, I would
Yeah.
go to the secondary and pick one up.
Yeah. And the one question I had for back before, I know
And
like Lo and Jimmy, they'll all have something good to say on this too. But the one thing just I wanted to mention quickly back is like I get what you're saying. Like you think it's good value, it's 10 crow, and you can flip it and you make that 5 profit, whatever. But we're talking about flooding Chronos with 10 crow worth NFTs, whereas last year we were building projects that had $300 NFTs or 300 crow NFTs, and regardless of the price of crow, I'm talking about one crow is one crow. And I just feel like we're devaluing a lot of hard work and a lot of what this chain could be. We should be
possibly
lifting ourselves up instead of flooding with low value NFTs, in my
that
opinion.
that makes sense. That makes a bunch of sense. But then again, we're also trying to build in the bear market. And there's a lot of people out there that are hurting in real life that can't afford to buy Crow or buy anything. And then so you have projects that are still trying to come out during this time to build because they're on looking. Again, some people out here just to make that profit, but some people are actually building on the Chronos chain and onboarding people onto it. The
Yeah.
NFT, it's crazy because I did a space yesterday because they were like, oh, hey, we're going to get up to 500 people in the Discord. And once we get there, we'll throw the mint out. It wasn't a mint for people to go buy, right? So I started a space because I wanted to grab a couple more people to just get them in the Discord. I wasn't trying to promote it. Well, sort of, again, but it was the mint party, but I wasn't asking anybody to go mint anything. I was asking people to just join the Discord so that I could go mint because the people who wanted to buy the mint were people who believed in the project. The NFTs just right now, as of right now, just came out as representation. We're just representing the project. That's what that came out of. If people want to buy into it, of course, people are going to try to resell it. If the project becomes, what it is, people are going to want to buy into it. As of now,
I
it's
think you're,
basically,
I think you're spot on. I think you are spot on. I think it's, there is a good entry point right now. It is an opportunity for people to get in. People don't have a lot right now in the real world and in this space. And so, yeah, there's a way to get in. And I just hope for those people's sake who are just investing their $5 or $10, if that's all they have, that it is still going to be here in 3 months. So I love your enthusiasm and passion. And I can't wait to have the same conversation again in 3, 6 months time or a year.
Let's go.
thank you,
It's
brother. I
called great.
appreciate that, man. Thank you.
It's called Greater Fool Theory. Troops. Simple as that.
Greater Fool Theory is how this all works, Lo. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jim Star and then Yogi. What's up?
Hey yo, everybody, how's it going? Yeah, troops, you know, I have so much respect for you, um, and I'm trying to understand where you're coming from.
There's a
But
bug coming here. I can feel it.
yeah, no, as a 10 crow specialist myself, yes, if you want to call it that, and if you want to fade 10 crow projects, remember, so many great projects were free.
Wait, I
Okay,
minted yours for 150. What did I do wrong?
no, no, no. No, no, no. I'm just saying recently, there's a lot of people saying that these 10 Crow projects are doing harm to the society. No, when things are bad, we're in a bear market, people are minting just to, keep that spirit up, you know. So you can't be giving out and saying that you used to drop projects for 300 Crow. It doesn't matter how much the project cost, it's where the project is going to be at in 6 months' time. So
Hey,
because
Jimmy, I
Crow,
agree with you. I'll tell you what the difference is, right? This for me, it's quality, right? As
We
long
didn't
as
get either of those.
whatever the price is, it doesn't matter. If the quality is there, and this is why it's like I'm never giving you a hard time, and I never would. If your project is 10 Crow, but you're Jimmy, like you're here, you're super transparent. You tell us all, you tell everybody all about it. It's fully documented what you're planning on doing, and the quality is high, and the quality of the project looks high. Then all those things tick a lot of my boxes. But that's just me, and I'm just one person. Everybody else has got their own way of doing research and the way that they choose to invest. So I'm not necessarily saying that a 10 Crow mint is bad. I'm saying a shit ton of 10 Crow mints of AI generated art with no thought and no sustainability and no long term vision. That's bad.
Yeah, because it becomes a wave, because of the fact that we're all watching what's going on and things that are successful get copied. So as soon as a 10K, a 10 Crow mints out in 30 minutes, the project that's minting next week is like, oh shit, maybe we should be 10 Crow. And maybe that's how you do it. I don't know.
Yeah, but let's look at it from an economic standpoint, right? The a 10 mint, let's say a 5,000 collection, you're putting in about $3,000.
right, at Cro at these prices, what value are you really going to generate as a company with $3,000 in hand, right?
Exactly.
So we got to look at it as what is the purpose of these projects, right? Now, if it's charity based, then that there's goodness in that. If it's community, then that it is just community. But we shouldn't paint rainbows and unicorns and say these are going to be highly valued beyond just game
What
full
is?
theory or right. And because at the end of the day, like uh, there's no business in real life that you would invest in for $3,000 that's going to take off and moon, and all of a sudden the assets are going to be worth 5-10,000, right? Now that may not be the goal, but I mean, you can't even develop a game and keep a staff with $3,000.
Yeah, it's exactly what I wrote down though. Actually, when I was listening back
Well,
onto the Coffee and
exactly.
Cro yesterday,
Exactly. I
one of the
agree with
guys.
Troopers for the first time in 1 year time. This guy's totally wrong for everything, but he's right about this one thing. And Troopers, I will bury the hatchet. Anyways, this is probably a project
I didn't know we had
by
any hatchet.
somebody we all
I've
know,
heard your voice for a long
like a DeFi Day for stuff. That's why they can
Whoa,
afford this
whoa.
low price. I'm just looking
So
in the stars. You know me, I'm a dreamer. Bye bye.
he's a
But
dreamer.
just to go back to Lowe's point about the money, this is what I wrote down on my note yesterday, listening to one
I'm
of
a
the dudes
dreamer
talking about,
too.
and he was saying how he's giving, I think it was 10% royalties back to all the holders, and I was like, okay, well, when Troopers minted, we probably made somewhere like 90 grand, and we were giving 30% back royalties every month, to everybody. That sustained us for almost a year, and then it became unsustainable. And we were giving back a hell of a lot more all around that at the same time. We've probably given away somewhere in the region of, I don't know the exact number, but it's around $40,000 back to the holders and the communities, right? But if these projects are doing a full mint and they're making $3,000, like Mo just said, and they're taking their cut and stuff, and then they're giving 10% back to how much is that 10%, and where is the value in that? And I guess someone says, well, I'm only investing $2. So if I'm investing $2 and I get $4 back, okay. Now all of a sudden, Kronos is a penny stocks exchange. What's the point in it? So I just
And
think
I
it's
think that's
completely
why Troops and
hyper-violent.
I have the vibe that we do. And that's why I get so worked up because I don't want people to take it the wrong way. But yeah, that's exactly what we did, right? We brought in over the past year $50,000 running this show, minting the projects, having the sponsorships, and we've given out $140,000 worth of stuff. This is not sustainable business. So like the community needs to sustain us or we're gone. Not because we're going to run away with anybody's money. We don't have any of your money. So, like, what are we doing here?
Sorry, Alpha.
Can,
That's why you probably have to start bringing out NFTs that people can afford. Because if like there's a midpoint between 10 crow, yeah, okay, 10 crow might be a little bit, yeah, but there's a midpoint between 10 crow in the bear market and 400 crow. The
And is
projects on,
that's
yes,
150? That's where you were.
yeah, yeah, but I also minted a NFTs for 10 crow and for 35 crows. It's there. The market has to be tested. People want to invest in good things. People want to feel good about their investment. It doesn't matter how much you're making. It doesn't matter how much you're starting out with. It's the dream, as Sar said. People have to survive. People dream to survive. So if people can
People
afford,
say I'm a dreamer,
yeah,
I
you can
know.
equate it to like
but
when
I'm
people
not
buy
the
lottery,
only
people buy
one.
lottery tickets, right? And so my $2
Not
lottery
me.
ticket could could win. Well, yeah, I used to when I was
Why
younger.
don't you come? Why don't you come into the Discord and tell us what we're gonna do with the coin? Come help us with the crofam. We're supposed to be building
If
together.
you can tell me for sure that it is not what Sir Kinda is talking about, I'm in. But if it's Dave, I'm fucking out with a capital O.
But here's the other thing with troops. What troops said earlier with regard to vetting projects that are coming onto this chain. Um, we really have strayed away from putting the rigor behind the questioning, and I think some of it is to blame with the quality of and integrity behind some of the AMAs and platforms that some folks have created for themselves, where they bring projects on with the intent of trying to build their followers and their clout versus, protecting the chain. So here they are in a room saying, "Oh, I love what I'm hearing. Sounds great." Blah yada yada. And the reality is, it's not a good project.
Rockstar.
Um,
Sorry.
but hey, don't be throwing rocks at Rockstar. But that's where, so we as a group, we've got to do better there too, right? If it's okay for people to have platforms and host AMAs and do that, but it's your responsibility to the community to also be asking the right question and keep the energy consistent. Don't just, I've been in some spaces where people will water down the questions because they're buddies with the people that run the project, right? And so, it's manipulation at that point, right? And we don't like the community does not like being played or manipulated. So, really anybody that's hosting spaces, you got that responsibility. And if you fail at that responsibility, don't be hurt when people start calling that out, because you put yourself out there to as this role. So with that comes the heat that if you don't execute it correctly.
Big facts. And that's why I stopped hosting spaces and trying to let these crap projects trying to leech on top of me, man. Because since day one, I've been saying this. There's been consistent people pushing crap projects on our community that helped ruin this blockchain. And people don't realize that until now it's too late. And that's what I've been trying to spit since day one. There's too many people at the top hosting their spaces, letting crap. And I know you just mentioned Rockstar, but if you want me to be honest fully here, bro,
Who said, bro? I didn't say
there's a
anything.
lot of crap projects that have been pushed through this space and other community spaces that used Rockstar's space in the beginning and then left him in the dust, because a lot of people in the beginning used his space to push their shit and then left him in the dust. Like there's a few other people that are in this that have huge spaces now, but that used him in the beginning. And I've watched it from day one. And I don't pick sides. I'm not on
Can,
sides, but I see that there's too many crap projects, even within this space, bro. You got to keep it a buck, right? You've done pushed a lot of shitty
I
projects to
keep it a
people.
buck. I tell you when we fucked up. We fucked
No,
up
I
with
know, I know. You're honest with that shit. No, I get that, but there's just a lot of it, and I think that's the point. We got to be more wary and me more straight up, like Lo said. Stop painting pictures and rainbows to these people, man. If someone's got a crap project, fucking tell them, man. Like, hey, bro, I don't think this is gonna work, and maybe you should revamp it, because there's like constant of that, and it's just the same people always in the
can,
back end of
hey,
that
can I
shit.
can, can I
Dark Crystal. There it is.
can
Dark
I just
Crystal,
jump
we
in real
fucked up.
quick? Can I just
Go
jump
ahead.
in real quick? I heard something that Trooper said. Nothing against you, Trooper. I just want to make sure that we're not virtue signaling and putting out like wrong facts. But when Troopers came out, it was 400 crore, right?
It was 200. It was 400 over 200 back, yeah. And then eventually, I think the average price of the original Troopers was 300 around that mark.
When I just did my blockchain analysis, I because at the time when you were minting, it was 42 cents, 44 cents, and you probably
Just
bought
under.
in at least a $500,000. Just when I look at it, and
No.
the point that I'm trying to make is like you even look at the chimps, they bought in like $2 million. You look at the Lazy Horse community, in total everything, it was like probably close to $2.3 million. And I just want to say, like, I'm on the team of the low cheap mint, right? Because my mint was 25 Cro. We have a very steady floor. Anytime somebody listed below 150 or 200 Cro, it gets immediately bought up. And I think that there's value to be built, because I think, like, laying low makes a great point. Yet of course people that have huge plans like the Chronoverse, metaverse projects or whatever, they need a lot of money to fund. But like when we look at track record, I feel like a lot of money was just sucked out of the system. You look at MMF, $1 billion just disappeared from their TVL, and you look at a lot of different projects. So it's like I think Alpha, personally, I feel like your space is middle ground. You give people the opportunity to show what they have, and they bring it. But all the other space that I've seen is heavily gated. There's people that have this kind of Illuminati kind of like feel to it, where if they bless you, then they bless you. And I've always been on the side of like, give people the tools, let people launch, and the projects that are good, They can come out at 10 Cro and be worth 1,000. And I think that's what people are really chasing for
How many
in this market.
how many of those, like it's why you and I can coexist in this space back, and I appreciate it. We can easily go through the blockchain if you want, because Troopers made nowhere near that amount that you're talking, but I can see why you would quick maths think that. But we can
It's on
easily
the
go look at
blockchain.
that.
Just look at your
But
Super Troopers. Look at Super Troopers and
yeah, oh,
Troopers.
you're
Those
talking
two.
about combined altogether. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's like
we
half
can
a
talk.
million dollars. I mean, I'm sure there's other change,
It was
other
nowhere near. It was
mints.
nowhere near half a
All right,
million. I can
hold on.
assure you, Troopers made
Okay.
nowhere near $500,000.
Regardless
But
of the
regardless,
fact of money,
I do want to say,
Where's the receipts?
guys, regardless of the money, I can't even believe I'm saying this. I'm kind of agreeing with Troopers. Sorry, Troops, but I don't know what his costs are, but I can tell you, Bach, you're very lucky that you're able to do the things that you're able to do in code. I know you have a smaller team, but I can tell you, anybody that's managing a project and a brand, you know, your expenses just to keep your people afloat, whether it be your artists, your devs, your mods, everybody, you know, depending on how big your team is, you're talking 60 to 70,000 upwards a year just to keep people, you know, moving, because let's face it, not everybody's doing this shit 24/7 for free. So there is a
well,
massive.
back then it cost you 40%, like because legend, like
I know,
all those ETH
and
devs coming back
I know
there.
where
When it
you're
was
coming
in a
from.
bull market, it cost you 40% to even do something. But to be honest, this isn't about. Everybody can see how much any project's made, right? So this isn't about that. It's actually more about quality, and
But it
like
kind of goes
it doesn't matter whether
hand in
it's a
hand,
10.
Troopers. But if you don't have,
It
if
can
you're only
do.
bringing $3,000
If
in,
it's a 10.
how are you running a team and a bunch of people? And you could do this alone. Maybe you're just doing it for the art and, you know, a little perks
Sorry.
and utility, sure. But you're not having a massive team with $3,000, because I could tell you my team just to continuously run every month is well more than $3,000. But if you're doing it alone and you're doing it speculatively on art and kind of having fun as a community and doing community things, yeah, sure. The small cheap mints are sufficient and you can dabble in them, right? So it's really, what are you building? What are you trying to accomplish? What do you need to sustain and keep your stuff moving forward? And then it comes down to, what does the people around you want? If they're happy with
And we've
those
just
small
got to
things.
sprinkle a little bit of reality. We've got to sprinkle, like, because I do appreciate, and I love Jim Star, and like, I appreciate the idea of like the crypto dream, you know, invest small and make big. Bach mentioned they're like a 10 Cro mint becoming like 1,000 Cro. How many of them have there been? Show me them. Like, and Jim Star, like, I love the dream, but the dream has to be sprinkled with a little bit of reality. Otherwise, we're selling people false hope rather than a
Yeah.
dream, and people are coming in thinking they can invest low and it's going to make them big returns. And actually, all that happens is it fizzles out and they get none of that. And the dream becomes a damp
I
spread.
mean,
So that's
look,
all.
wait.
I
To be honest
a
with you,
lot of
some of
that
the
mentality.
Hold up, everybody. Sorry to mute you. I'm jumping in the shower. This is the fucking Rainbow Connections. It's the lovers, the dreamers, and me. The vibes are right back to November 2021. Come on with me. We're not. I got a doctor's appointment again. There's gonna be a lot of these coming up. So this is too important to stop. You know the deal. Keep it going.
I'll hold it down, Alpha.
Oh, shower vibes. Let's go.
the point
Guys,
that I wanted to make real quick is all the projects that we see on Chronos, right? Some of the most popular ones, probably excluding Boomers and like MMF, but you look at the floor price currently, right, and you compare it to what the USD price was minting, and what the floor price is now. Everybody lost money. I mean, honestly, I would have made more money buying Jimstar's project from where the floor price of Jimstars is, probably even with Dave Cass, because at 10 Cro, if more people come in, let's say 800 newer members come in and buy into Trollcoin, it's just simple mathematics. It's going to go up, and I think that's just the track record is there. You know, like it's on the chain.
So between you and Troops, I'm gonna hit it in the middle somewhere real quick, and then I want to get to hands because obviously Alpha's in the shower. There is projects that do free stuff, right? They may have start small. I'm going to use ETH for an example, right? Because we see it a little more on ETH, not necessarily on Cro, but you see the free projects come out, and then boom, they hit 1,000 secondary sales, right? You got them for free. Now all of a sudden, the people are listing them for $10. You made 10x your return there. The project just got 100 ETH in revenue to do things. It's possible and it's obtainable, but it all stems from the people in the community. You know, if everybody's just looking for that quick buck, I mean, you need sales transactions to get that secondary flowing, right? But it really depends on us as the people in the community, and what do we see, what do we perceive. So necessarily free things aren't bad, they're not good,
and expensive things aren't good and they're not bad, right? It's somewhere in the middle, and it really depends on the people viewing it and how it's being built out. You know,
I'm
you see,
no. What I'm saying is just
the one thing is, back, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. Like I'm genuinely not. Like whether it sounds like I'm not arguing about anything. There definitely is a place for all that stuff. What I'm going to keep coming back to is the due diligence, the quality, holding people accountable, having the open conversations, and as long as we keep doing that, because it has been, and I think Noah's come up and said it, Legend, Crover, a bunch of people have come in this space, Sir, everyone's coming here. It's been void for the past 2-3 months, right? We've still all been here every day, holding it down, having a great time, and keeping things going. But that responsibility and quality and holding like projects to the right level has been lax. It's been missing, and so I don't care about the price as long as people start doing that again.
well,
I feel like
to
there's
an
just less
extent.
people working at it. Well, like we got projects that are really doing their thing. Like if you look at Legend, he works and grinds his ass off. You look at Wavy does his thing. And you look at some other projects and you kind of gotta just, I mean, we're not stupid. We're all fucking adults and we all have brains on our shoulders. So yeah, maybe in the beginning, a lot of people were able to take advantage of a lot of us because like the whole hype train movement. And I'm really used to these hype movements and I see them fade a lot of the times. But that's just the thing. Like, there's gonna come a point where the majority of us see right through a bunch of this bullshit, and we're not gonna fuck with you. So there's no like Illuminati gatekeeping. It's just people seeing like products for what they really are.
see.
So like
So
a lot
Kroger,
of people,
no,
a
no,
lot.
no, no.
Hold on,
Well,
hold on,
one
hold
thing,
on.
Kroger.
Hold on, guys. Please, one at a time. Let Crover finish, Bach, then go, and then Dave had his hand up. I'd like to politely get to Dave. So Crover finish, Bach, and then we're gonna go to Dave. Okay, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I'm using for the example as people like to use me as that example as the gatekeeper, and in reality, all I do is just tell people which projects I don't like and like, and you could buy it, believe it or not, but for the most part, most of the projects I'm telling people that are not that good, or we have a discussion on it, we come to the conclusion together that either the person or people running behind it or the project itself just isn't doing what we want it to do as an investment purpose. And that's just the thing. So all of a sudden we get this dubbed like gatekeeping like aura around us, and it's not really like that. We're just sick and tired of seeing crap projects get pushed to us in hopes of that big whatever 10 crow to 1,000 crow dream. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think it's realistic, and it doesn't happen very often. So I would rather put my money where I see people building for the long term and for the better, not taking from people in like some weird greasy way type thing.
Well, at some point, people get burned out, right? And it actually does more harm than good.
For
But
sure.
I'm not going to go on to that. Bach, go ahead, and then we're going to get to Dave.
The one thing I want to say, and the reason I mentioned, because you mentioned the Illuminati reference or whatever, right? My whole point is, right, all these OGs that are on the stage right now, right, came out with their projects 42, 45 cents, siphoned, $500,000, millions of dollars out of the crofam, right? But you look at their floor price right now, there's like it's
Bullshit.
under,
I'm not going
you
to let
know.
you say that. I'm
That's
not
a
going to let you
community
No,
say that.
like
problem,
no.
though.
I'm not
Let's
going to let
look
you
at
sit
let's
there.
look at Troopers,
I'm not
400
going to
crow,
let
but
you
the floor
sit there
price
and
is
say that.
150. Super Troopers,
Then
600 crow, but the floor price is like 220.
fine. You,
No, I
you
get
can.
it. I get it.
This is
It's
not
So it's
it's
about
like,
ugly
but
right
like,
now.
but
fudding.
Okay, you guys are doing it again. You guys are all screaming over each other. Bach, I know
You're
what you
doing
mean,
great.
but you got
You're doing great, Legend. I got fucking soap in my eyes.
Thank you. But I'm gonna interject there. Coming from the OGs with Troopers, people also got a lot of value out of things going back to them at those times, right? And I get it. There's more projects minting at higher rates now. But I mean, if you held baby aliens, for instance, I'll use me because I don't want to bash other projects. The UFOs you got for free, they were going for 900 crow. It cost you 900 crow for a baby alien. You got money back for minting 3 of them. So really, you paid for 1 NFT. You got 3 NFTs, and 3 NFTs at one point were 1,800 crow off 300 crow investment. Troopers did something relatively similar. He did it in a different way, but now, yeah, you're right. The projects are a lower floor. But go ahead, Bach. Guys, stop fighting and arguing, please, because I'm just going to mute everybody every time this shit happens.
the point that I was trying to
No,
make is that
I'm not going to let. I'm not going to let.
okay,
If you want to
I'll
have a
finish,
con,
and
if
Troopers,
you
I'll put my hands up.
Okay, let troops
Have a
go. Let troops
conversation.
rebuttal, and then
If
can we
you
get
if
to
you want to
Dave?
have a if you want to have a conversation like a fucking adult. If you're gonna sit up here and throw fucking side shade, use words like siphoning money out of the crofam, and throw that fucking fun around, you can go fuck yourself. I give you so many chances to
He's
stand up here
slick
and have a
like that,
proper
though.
adult conversation. If you want to have an adult
Oh
conversation,
shit!
have
Hold
an
on,
adult
god
conversation.
damn it! I should have rugged this 20 minutes ago. This is what happens when I try and fuck it. Damn it! Troops and Bach, check the tapes. You guys made up like an hour and a half ago.
All right,
Come
can
on.
we get to Dave? Let's go to Dave.
Let's go to Dave.
This is gonna escalate. Go ahead, Dave. Bach, put your fucking hand down. There's like 7 hands before you.
Boom. Is this safe?
Go
Am
ahead,
I
Dave.
safe?
Yeah, you're safe, Dave. Go ahead.
I'm doing kind of what Alpha's doing. I'm just getting ready for work. Well, he's not getting ready for this. Is whatever. I love y'all, man. Listen, I love this space, and this is great. This is healthy though that we can come up here and talk. And again, we're all basically well, some guys are arguing facts, some guys are arguing opinions and semantics. Again, we're building on the chronos, regardless of prices. It's about who's doing what are they giving, and we're not just talking about giveaways, but who's actually building something useful that we can use, like the games, like I think it's mainly games, because I mean, other than that, what are we really doing unless you're flipping and making money? But everything comes off of a belief and what we believe and what we think is going to do good. A lot of values and stuff like that projects have. We're trying to come together. Some don't like each other. Some think some are doing this and that. But again, your money is your power. Your vote, the crypto you spend on whatever it is your power to vote on what community you want to be in and which ones you want to support. Whether you see the full idea yet, whether you see it not, whether they're building, whether they're not. I mean, at the end of the day, where are you putting your money at? Who are you following? Who are you supporting? You know what I'm saying? Some don't have a clear roadmap just yet. Because what if a project just started just to start the coin, and the utility is literally coming from our ideas. We're literally building the coin on the chain that we can decide where it's going. It doesn't take a lot of money for people who already know how to develop, the people who already are artists. A lot of these projects started being built because people just had the skills to do it. Now imagine using those skills to implement useful utilities to a coin based off of what you're voting. A lot of these
But
What
DAOs.
useful utilities would that be,
hold on,
though?
hold on. I'm at the point where, no offense, Dave, and this isn't directed towards you or anybody in particular, right? And then we're gonna go to Yogi. I don't want to hear it anymore about who's building what. None of that shit. It's really about who shows up every day and who's talking, who's transparent. They're saying what they're doing. I mean, the troopers and Bach are still in here. Alpha, like, these are guys that we made it through the bear, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of projects that came to Kronos. They took the money and they said, "See you, motherfuckers." They left, right? They don't show up. Where's Sam from Alien NFT? That guy was, "Oh, we're gonna build and we're doing this and we're building
I
fucking
was
that."
always thinking about that,
But
bro. The
there's
Nifty
so
Nana
many
Shut up,
fucking
guy.
Trevor! He's
projects.
on fire. I'm
Yeah,
throwing
come
wet
on, bro.
punches
Like,
for this fucker.
I don't give a fuck if you don't build nothing. The fact that you show up every day and you talk about your project, what you did, your community, you're answering these people. Like, these are people that are into NFTs and they're showing up every single day. So it's not about what you're building, because I come on these spaces, bro. Everybody's building the same shit. Who's doing this? The token use case, this, that, the benefits. You go in any space, it's always the same shit, right? Everybody's doing something innovative and this, that, and it's all the same stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really who's showing up and who's really trying to make it through these markets, man. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful
That's
to you,
real
Dave,
talk. That's
but
real
that's just
fucking
facts,
talk.
bro. Because it's all day long. Any space you go in, it's about, oh, we're gonna be this and we're doing this and we're building this, and well, let's see in 6 months if you're still around. You know what I mean? That's what I want to
Big
see, because
fan.
I've been through the ringer, bro, and I know Troopers has too. So like, a lot, even Bach, shit, Bach probably got fucking more abuse than anybody else on this chain, man. And you know what? He still shows up every day. So whether you like him, dislike him, he says some stupid shit. Yeah, all right, cool. But you know what?
Yeah, he
The
asked
guy
for it.
pulls
He
up.
asked for it.
Yeah, but he
Yogi.
pulls up. He's here. You know what I'm saying?
But
He's here.
that's
Yep.
because there's a bunch of
He's here.
rookies over here. I want to hear Buck go speak his shit to a bunch
All
of
right,
E
wait. All right.
faces.
We're going to
All right.
Yogi.
See
We're
how
not
long it
we're not
lasts.
all attacking Bach. Yogi, go ahead, brother.
Whew, y'all all made good points. But the only thing I want to see, this all started with that troll coin NFT. Now I picked up 10. There was 100 fucking crows, $6. So my thing is, some people just buy it because of the art. I think it looks cool as shit. It's a cool looking NFT. So what if it don't have no roadmap? Thunder Token didn't have a roadmap when I bought it. I spent my 420 crow on it. You know what I mean?
Oh, hold up, Yogi. You
I'm
know
just
I'm trying
saying.
to dry my ass, bro. Listen, we had a roadmap. We just didn't fucking write it down. So the SEC and the fucking we're
But look,
not trying to get arrested for this shit. Come on.
I like you know why I bought it. Somebody said, "Hey, buy a Thunder token." I was like, "Okay, cool." I bought a Thunder token. So, but I mean, hey, people do, and the 10 Crow cheap, man, for people that can't afford big money projects. We'll see what happens.
It's
Appreciate
a
you, Billy.
dollar, right? What is that? That's less than $1. You know what I mean? Go get a
Yeah,
coffee nowadays,
yeah.
$4. But
Yep.
you know, I don't even follow what Alpha's doing, but I own all his shit, and I don't even know why, right? I just buy it. No offense, Alpha, but I
Fucking
buy it
love you.
because
That's what it's all about, man.
but he shows up every day, so like he's got to be doing something, right? Like I'm just like shit. I'll buy it. If something happens, it happens. If not, fuck, I tried. Like guys put effort in. You know what I mean? He grinds every single day for it, so he deserves it. Even if I don't know what's going on, all right, here you go, Alpha. I'll support it. Throw a couple $100 in whatever you're doing. Yeah, all right, yeah.
I do it for
I
you
don't know.
fuckers. I don't even like you that much. That's why it's so hard for everybody to understand. They're like, well, he must be benefiting from the show. He must be benefiting from the token. Are you fucking kidding me? I've put more time into this show and money into that token than you guys could ever fucking give me in return.
Bach,
It's
you can
not
put your
like
hand up.
Alpha has a freaking limousine that he can, sneak people
I
in
can't
and
even get him
get
out to meet me
favors.
for breakfast, guy.
Exactly.
But anyways, we're gonna go with Sir Kinda. He had his hand up.
I
Then Jim
cannot
Star.
even get him to play golf with me in the metaverse.
Yeah,
That's how
nobody
busy.
wants to play lazy golf for golf. Anyway, Sir Kinda, we're gonna go to you. Then Jim Star. Then we'll go to Bach.
I
I'm
already
dead.
said.
We got 2 minutes here. Shit.
Hurry up.
Go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
I can play bowling and or golf in the metaverse.
Oh
Okay,
god, what a
we're gonna
waste.
go to
Let's
something
go
a
to
little more
Bach.
important. Jim Star, go ahead. Hold on, Jim Star, go ahead, and then Bach.
Yeah, I just go straight to Crover. Crover, I know you say you tell people what projects to buy. Can you just let us know 2 points when you buy or when you don't buy a
No,
project?
and see, that's where I think people get mistaken because I'm not telling people what to buy, bro. Like, I'm just like, we'll have a conversation. I'll be like, this is something I don't see. Or it's not just me, like, it's a collective group of a lot of us, or any space I'm in, or whoever I'm talking to in my big group chats that I'm in. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. But my main thing I'm looking for is how involved the team is, mostly the top people at the top, and how they're contributing to this ecosystem. I don't mean like coming here, building here, and expecting just to surround themselves with the same people every day. Like, I want to know if the project's going out of their comfort zone, out of their ecosystem to try to bring more people in. Like, what are they doing? That's a big thing for me is onboarding. And the projects, like, I'm not even going to get involved, but they do massive events. So, I mean, like, those are the people that I'm putting my dollar on because in the long run, those events, whether this blockchain shit doesn't last or whether Crow doesn't last, that shit will because they don't need crypto.com to go to the events that they're putting on themselves because crypto.com's not putting them on that. They're doing that on their own. So that right there tells me that with or without crypto.com, they will do okay in the long run. So that's something that I take into consideration. And I also take into consideration is the project or the team or dev leaders here only shilling and staying in this ecosystem? Are they sticking to the same people or are they going out and talking to other people? Because that's a big thing too. And I say that because of the comment I just made. There's a lot of rookies in these spaces on the Chronos chain. So it's really easy for a very smart intellectual individual to be able to come and manipulate a bunch of those people. Now, that's why I say, like, someone like Bach, he's a very smart, intelligent man, and I'll admit that. Well, go speak to other people that are on your level, and then let's see that level play out because it's easy for him to come be the smart guy in the room and get a bunch of people that aren't on his level to understand what he's saying to a certain extent. But when you place yourselves with people that know more than you, it's going to be a little different game to be played. And that's all I'm trying to say.
Thank you very much. Thank
All
you
right,
very
all
much.
right,
And I'm sorry now, sorry now.
all right. Yeah,
Trooper,
we got 30 seconds till Alpha's got to go get a colonoscopy. So let's get to Blame, Bach, Joe Q, and Troopers. If you want to say anything to finish it off, man,
Hold
feel free.
on, hold on, hold on. My wife is pregnant. I don't know if everybody
Oh
has
shit, I
like
didn't know that.
caught
Congratulations,
up.
buddy.
Yeah.
I was just busting
congratulations.
your chops.
Yeah.
I had no
No,
idea.
Congratulations,
Alpha
man.
doesn't know what a
It's a
fucking
real
condom is.
thing. And you
Oh,
will never hear me
congratulations.
say that we're minting another child. It's not
Hey,
gonna
he got
happen.
it up.
Hey, he knows how not to go to bed at night. Anyway,
Goodbye,
let's
Andy's
go to
working
Blame.
for
Go ahead,
him.
Blame. Let's keep
I'm
it
out
quick.
of here.
So
Bach,
we can
close us out, bro.
hurry up.
So I
All
was
right.
going to tell y'all what I've learned from doing gophers and everything else. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it's expensive. Devs are expensive. It's weird. But what I was trying to say is we're talking about projects and we look at roadmaps and everything else. Whenever I'm investing in a company in real life, I look for actions. I don't care. Words only mean so much. I mean, if you have a good platform or you have a good idea, yeah, let's look at it. But you're not going to get $1 million from me if you don't have anything to back it up.
Well said. Beautiful. Joe Q.
Look at $500,000. Come on.
Come on, Joe. Hurry up, Joe.
So,
2 seconds.
guys, the infighting or outfighting between projects going through, you guys, it's like Pepsi and Coke fighting about their formulas. What you're doing to make your project a success is not going to be the same as somebody else. And casting shade or shadow about it when there is no shade or shadow is pointless. It doesn't do us any good. Peace,
Well said, Joe.
happiness.
Thank you, Joe Q. Hey, you
It is
guys, you
fun,
don't
though.
Go
have to
ahead,
go
Bach.
home, but you can't fucking stay here.
Oh, let
So
Bach
drink some
finish it
water.
off. Go, Bach.
Oh, go,
Bach,
Bach.
go. Hurry, Bach, go.
I still have to brush my
Nah,
teeth.
it's too
So
much,
go.
bro.
You're
I'm
good.
just gonna open up another can of worm. Yeah, off a great space today, bro.
Troops, you got anything left to say?
It's all
He's got
love with
another.
these
Yeah.
two.
Go
Yeah,
for it,
Troops.
Troop. Come on, hit him with
All
it.
They
right,
have
Troops.
kissed
Come on, Troops. End it nice.
twice today. So brush them teeth, drink that water, own your keys, own your crypto, please. For the love of God, remember this is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Don't tell your seed phrase to anyone, not once, not never, because that's shit NFTs and money going out the window. So write it on a piece of paper, put it in a safe, or put it someplace safe. Then write it down again, put that somewhere else.
And
Now
stop
you're
minting
good.
garbage, because then when your wallet's clean, I'm so sick of hearing it.
Ooh, spicy. You guys did good today. I'm proud of everybody. All right. Come back at 420. Bring your own, roll your own, and we'll have a nice chill session. 420. I'll see you then. Crofam for life. Chips till I die. Peace.
Q, Q, Q.